To A Tale of 12 Gems, our original D&D campaign. I am Joe Treff, your DM this evening, and many others. And joining me are my friends, all of my friends, plus an extra new friend. We have Matt, Vincent, we have Tina, we have Small Tina. I guess we've had Small Tina twice before now, so smallest Tina, truly smallest Tina.
Hi, Tina.
We have Alana, we have Kara, and we have Hannah. And we're going to play D&D tonight, but before we do a couple of quick announcements, first of all, Tina, welcome back. Happy to have you back at the table after the long-term crafting project that you've been engaging in. I also wanted to say we have a website that you can go and visit, alberonrpg.com. There's a lot of information up there, and we just updated it so that there is all the Skullrunner information up there as well. You can see the other adventures that we have in addition to our...
So sorry.
See, it's the deluge!
If you say so.
God, this is not my stuff.
There's a lot.
It's everybody's stuff, leave it alone.
Our other adventures are on YouTube. At Alberon RPG, you can see Cypher System, you can see Paranoia, both of which Hannah ran. You can see Humblewood, Kara ran. You can see Humblewood, which is what Hannah ran. You can see a number of different series, the most recent of which is Wheel of the Year that Tina ran. There is other adventures that are going to be coming in the not too distant future. Alana is going to be piloting one of those. And so very excited for that in spooky season. But all over on YouTube currently at Alberon RPG. August 23rd and 24th are going to be the final sessions before we take a 2-week summer break, and we'll return on, July 23rd and 24th. We will be returning on August 13th and 14th after a little bit of a vacation. We have Sirenscape and Monument Music and Matthew to thank for the music that we have. And finally, it is time for this week's session of A Tale of 12 Gems. And to Kara for the recap.
Mistfits. All Mistfits. When last most of us met, Grimgob was able to liberate the Hellfire Rings from Jasper the Red's corpse as he sat moldering amongst the slime molds of the caverns below Mudspittle. Thule made a new frog friend in the form of the Totriarch, and Ralph liberated the entire goblin clan of some of its riches. And as we were discussing off camera, definitely they're all fine, and we definitely rolled high enough to make sure that none of it is cursed, especially the one with the face. It's all fine. We rested, and upon awakening, we were a little stronger. And during that rest, Grimgob and Thule discussed our future that might potentially have some infernal implications. Because it kind of just keeps popping up. And maybe they might be more infernal than we thought. The Toadriarch elected to stay behind in Mudspittle Cavern near the spawning pools, and concerned for her safety, Grimgob went in search of an effective warning method to make sure that the caverns are appropriately warded. We discussed a lot of different methods, and just decided, you know what? The fact that we shouted that we're the Mistfits and we're here to take this cavern back, and this is probably enough, and definitely not going to be an introduction later on. No consequences.
The consequence is that I made the cavern safer.
The finger gang.
We mounted our bog striders once more and off into the swamp. Coming to a split after much deliberation on which way to traverse, we eventually elected to head forth towards a massive, ruined bell tower. A massive feathered creature roosts inside the ruins, and a minotaur held... Hi. Goodbye.
My face is really red and waiting for it to calm back down.
It's okay, I'm about to speak more about you.
Off screen of shame.
Yeah.
A minotaur statue guarded the front, holding maybe some ghost of scales. Assured that this place belonged to Tyr at some point, we decide that we simply must enter this mysterious bell tower that's been flooded in the center of a lake, and that giant creature surely will be no issue. And indeed, it wasn't, as once more Ralph demonstrates the extreme versatility of spellcraft by casting silence and allowing us to enter the tower quietly. We eventually get our way down to a locked door, locked, of course, by a riddle, which we are very good at. Or maybe just the riddles are written for kindergartners. But it's fine. And despite being in silence, we are able to get through as Grimgob, with a wonderful intelligence, realizes the solution of just swimming outside the zone of silence and shouting the answer. And indeed it worked, as the door swung open, and we quaffed our potions of water breathing and entered the ruins, discovering ruins of Opa City lying within, signs of hasty retreat and obviously, flooding, and degradation abound. And as we open up the door, we find it's still habited by skeletons. And in usual Grimgob fashion, shouting the answer as he goes along, he begins to cast a spell. And Mistfits, here we are again.
As you look in the space, excuse me, as you look in the space, you can see that the currents that sort of passively traverse through the space have deposited more than just rubble and silt into the space. You can see these bones beginning to move and animate. Grimgob, you pull this spell to your hands, and can everybody please roll for initiative? And Grimgob will start with your spell.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's not good.
Totally.
Anybody natural 20?
Nope, that's not the right time.
25 to 20?
I'm
20 to 15?
16.
yes.
Always where we want the healers.
Yeah.
16
You
as
give her
well.
time to get
There we
Where's
go.
the higher dex? I believe it's the same.
12.
12.
We will... Okay. We will have Thule go first. 15 to 10.
14.
14 for Nora. And then 10 to 15. Sorry, 10 to 5.
7.
7 for Tonky. Grimgob, where are you?
4.
Good thing you get that spell off right at the beginning.
And I'm assuming
And then
Grimgob has
Ralph?
the better dex.
Yeah, I'm also 4.
A 4. Who has the higher dex? Grimgob?
Me, probably.
I have a negative, so.
All right. So the way that this works out, the Drowned Watch will be going first after Grimgob's initial spell, followed by Thule, then Emmy, then Nora, then Tonky, Anybody else will go at initiative order 10, then Grimgob, and then Ralph. So, Grimgob, this spell just bubbles out of your mouth through the water. It is slightly muted, but what spell are you casting?
Rhymes binding ice.
Okay. So you cast this spell, and immediately this mote of magic erupts in front of you, just sending out this shockwave of ice. It's a cone, remind me?
Yeah. So, is this a surprise round? Do I get to?
Yeah.
Or,
this is
okay.
next round.
So I'll probably move here, and I think I can get these. I have one.
Oh.
I can get these 4.
Okay. Dex save?
Constitution saving throw.
We're underwater, correct?
We are
Mhm.
underwater.
Does that mean speed is halved?
If you
That's
do not
not-
have a swim speed, it is, yes, your speed is halved.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't fought underwater before, good point.
We
If
do
you
have
haven't
the
fought
potion
underwater
of water
before, when
breathing.
you make a melee weapon attack, if you don't have a swimming speed, either natural or granted by magic, you have disadvantage on that attack. Unless the weapon is a dagger, a javelin, a short sword, a spear, or a trident. Ranged
Pokey
weapon attacks
things.
automatically miss a target beyond their normal range. Even against a target within normal range, the attack has disadvantage unless the weapon is a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin. There are also important to note, and Grimgob, very important to note for you, creatures submerged in water have resistance to fire damage. So, with all of that said, Grimgob, you cast Rhymes Binding Ice. This frost magic just crackles across this space. The saving throws for Constitution are going to be a 3, a 3, a 15, and then an 18.
Fail, pass. Which 2 failed?
The one's closest to you.
Okay. Their movement is 0 until the end of their turn or
Very
something.
nice. And then how much damage?
And that will be 15 for the failures and 7 for the passes.
Very nice.
Cold damage.
This ice just cracks across this space, filling the water with these just it almost looks like a lightning strike of lightning through, or of ice through the space. It pierces through these bodies. You can see the armor just punctured out the back, but they still almost pull themselves through the skewering bits of ice to bring themselves closer to you. The 2 that failed those saves, the 2 directly in front of you, the bones shattered in their chests. You can see the spines twisted, still alive. The water, the only thing keeping them upright in this space. But anything else, Grimgob?
Yeah, and then I'm going to swim back. They know we're here.
So you swim up this space.
And then swim like another 5 feet just up the stairway, just so I'm not right in front of the door.
Phenomenal.
And we didn't say this, but who is directly behind me? Because,
It'll be me.
okay.
Ralph and Thule were the ones that are closely
So
behind
if you
you.
have Ralph and
Okay.
Thule. That means Ralph is here.
Yeah.
You have Thule.
Thule
Oh,
was-
yeah, right. Exactly.
Tulu was kind of,
perfect. Okay.
behind
so is that
Ralph.
your turn,
Come
Grimgob?
down the
Yeah, I'm done.
stairs.
All right. These skeletons begin to swim. These 2 have a speed of 0. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one will dash to catch up to you, Grimgob. And actually, they're going to swim over Thule so that they can be right next to you. They're right next to there. You can actually just leave that off because that's going to get in the way. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right.
This
He's right.
is not a great start.
I think Joe's having a great
I'm
time.
having a good time.
Yeah.
Can confirm. Okay. Okay. So, these skeletons begin to swim, and the silt is just tossed across the space, kind of churning up in the wake of these creatures. You can see bones stretching against decayed flesh. You can see kind of loose leather armor pulling and snagging, but these creatures swim across the space, some of them swimming furiously fast to kind of fill the space behind Grimgob. Grimgob, as you look behind you and you say, they're following us, one of these creatures just reaching right for you, bubbles just streaming between their teeth. That one cannot attack because it is dashing, but Thule
Dashing
and Nora, each of you guys are going to... Sorry, Thule and Ralph, each of you are taking 1 attack.
Yeah, it happens when people don't
Even
really
with
know
the
how
swim
well.
speed?
Even with these creatures have swim speeds.
Oh.
The
Damn,
Drowned
it's like
Watchmen have swim
been
speeds.
living down
Olympic
here
swimmers.
forever.
So this creature
For
slashes
eons.
out with a short sword, Thule, against you. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Am I using it? Yeah. Wait, can I do...
Yeah, 33% chance repeating a course of success.
What you doing?
I'm gonna use it. Cutting words.
What are you using?
Cutting words.
Cutting words. Okay. So go ahead for that.
You re-roll that
Wait,
and subtract. Oh wait, no. I
You
roll the
dice.
bardic inspiration. Subtract the number from the die. That's what.
So the current roll is 16.
16.
you got this. Cut them words.
6.
Oh my god.
Minus 6?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
What were the
only
words?
a 10.
Nope.
This creature roars around the corner, just bubbles streaming through their teeth. They slash with this short sword kind of in this narrow door frame, and it catches on the wall. You shout, nope, kind of ducking underneath. And even as it tears a chunk of masonry away, you are free from that blade. The one that swings out towards you, Ralph, I've lost my dice, is less than that. That's going to be an 11.
Yes.
And so just that one completely missing. There is a whole group that is sort of beyond this space. You can see unable to kind of close in with all of you, but stuck in the water here, there is a couple of individuals who are going to throw tiny little darts in your direction. Only 3 of them. And Ralph,
Yes.
you are the only one who really is kind of in a line to be able to get shot with these. I
I
will
also
say
have
you
a
do
glowing shield.
you do get half cover,
Okay.
just because being kind of clouded into this door frame with all the stone around you, doing quite okay.
Did you say that range attacks automatically miss or just only certain
No.
times?
Only past their
Past
range.
their
Range.
So short range?
Yes, but good to know they are at disadvantage even within. So give me 1 second here.
unless they're used by using
Even
certain
at disadvantage, a 15,
Miss.
then all of them miss. There is just these little trails through the water, bubbles kind of following in their wake, but that is all of the Drowned Watch. That brings us to Thule. Emmy, you are on deck.
Oh, this is terrible. Can I go over them, you said?
Yeah,
And stay within the range there?
you absolutely can.
Okay.
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling here is like 15 feet. There are places where it kind of sags a little bit from the place above.
Okay.
3D combat.
I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm gonna put Nather's Mischief actually right there, and I'm gonna stay where I am. So, like, right in front of me, and in this doorway. 20-foot cube. Boop.
Okay. So you take out this little ribbon, even in the water, as you kind of blow upon this, it animates almost as if there is air and there is a bit of sound that can kind of be heard. And there is this burst of magic. Can you roll the d4?
Yeah, that guy fell. He's floating, though.
He's not.
3.
So with that 3, all of a sudden there is just this shimmer in the water, and it shifts and turns almost this refractoring kind of color. How many guys are we getting in here? I think that's 5.
It's all of those guys. The
Oh
two
yes,
guys in
7.
front.
There you go. Yeah,
Just go away.
absolutely. Okay.
Am I in that?
No, I'm doing it like there.
Okay.
That is nice. So 7 of these creatures caught in this. Still a lot of dice. Okay, so what is the DC on this?
I believe it's 16 now, but let me just confirm. Sorry, 14.
14. Okay, and this is a wisdom save. So as you cast this spell, and this sort of arcane field of what can only be described as very silly energy erupts in this space, Almost every single one of these creatures fail. The ones that are furthest away, so those ones that are kind of floating above the stone, the only ones that succeed the furthest away from the burst of magical energy. But as this cube erupts and then almost becomes real within this water, it is like almost a gelatinous cube that you've created out of this magical effect, and you can see it affects most of the creatures within. So the two creatures that are furthest away from Thule, those guys, are the ones that are going to be succeed on that.
Succeeding.
All the rest of them begin to giggle. And they are incapacitated and use all of their movement to move in a random direction on their next turn.
I feel like this is terrifying. We just have a bunch of bones going.
Yeah.
So
They're actually like
anything else too,
which is worse. Yeah, let me just double check. Everyone's doing okay because we just healed up, so I don't think I need to do any healing with it. Be like, look out, Ralph. Bardic.
just bubbling through Thule's mouth. Look out, Ralph! And it just fills you with inspiration. That is your turn, Thule. That brings us to Emmy. Emmy, up in this sort of room that you occupy, you've just passed through, seeing the silt still disturbed from the passing of many different individuals. To your left and right, there are these beautiful sort of reliefs or tableaus that have been carved in that show the sort of life of Ober City. There's a long table that's kind of right behind you that you have just passed by. And then directly in front of you, the staircase, at the very bottom of which you suddenly see Grimgob swim out of the doorway and begin to emerge past the rest of the party, skeletons quickly following them.
And this whole situation is underwater?
Correct.
Including the room that I'm passing through now?
Correct.
Okay. Well, considering I don't have a swim speed, I'm just going to make my way my 15 feet. And you know what? The skeleton that is going after Grimgob that I can see, we'll do a Sacred Flame. That's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Sacred Flame is a dexterity saving throw. That is only going to be... Ooh, turn that down just a little bit. That is going to be a 7.
That is a failure.
Ooh.
And so that will be, if I can find and actually remember how to play D&D. Not great. 6 radiant damage.
6 points of radiant damage. This creature just erupts with radiant flame that is almost instantly quenched by the water, but that burst of light you can see causes the 2 skeletons that are swimming up in pursuit of Grimgob to briefly just shy away. It does the full amount of damage that you would expect. Anything else?
I will kind of paint here because I assume at a quick glance everybody looks like they're not dying.
No, we look good.
Okay, cool.
You look amazing.
They look pretty well rested. In fact, they look a little stronger than when you last left them.
Oh, you know?
But that is your turn,
That's
Emmy.
my
That
turn.
brings us to Nora.
Nora's not got a lot she can do under the water. And Puff is in Puff's alternate dimension at the moment.
Mhm.
Thank God. We're just gonna go for the first one we can see with a mind sliver.
Okay.
It's going to be an intelligence saving throw.
First one you can see is which one?
I can't.
Assuming if you're up here, it'd be the
The one-
next to me.
So the one that was just kind of
The one that
burst
swam
in this
probably
fire.
in
You'd be up
front
the
of
stairs
us. Yeah, because
they're
we're...
kind of just all clumped on the right there, the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but the closest one would be
Yeah.
the one next to Grimgob, the one that
Yeah.
kind of followed them. The same one that Emmy just hit. So go ahead. What kind of, that was a
Intelligence save.
intelligence save.
How smart can skeletons be? They ain't got no brains.
5.
Not smart at all. 5 smart. Alright, so that's because we're level 5 now. 6 points of psychic damage.
Very nice. And it does the full amount that you would expect, despite the fact that this creature visibly has no brains. You can see as they kind of react to the spark of radiant flame.
And
As
it
it shines through their eye socket, like you can see the hollows of their head. There's nothing there, but they still recoil from that. You can see this kind of spiderweb and crack from the orbital socket. They're badly hurt by that.
and it subtracts 2 from its next saving throw.
Very nice. Anything else, Nora?
Duck.
You duck. That brings
Reaction
us
duck.
to Tonki.
Get out of Tonki's way. Can a javelin be used as a melee weapon?
Yes. It's got
I
I
just don't know
think
the
the
stats
same
for it.
stats
To
as
be
a
fair,
spear, I believe.
technically can be anything can be used as a
Yeah.
melee weapon.
It's
True, but
It's just
but
a weapon with a
how-
I'm
throwing
pretty sure
property,
it's
similar to like a
a
dagger.
thrown.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
the same as a
All right.
spear, I think.
So Tonki is gonna go ahead and javelin was on the list of things that don't have disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Okay. So let's see. The old Tonkster is right behind
Spear fishing.
right behind Grimmy and the one attacking Grimmy, so she's going to
Tonk versus Wild.
Yeah. You said that so as a free action she's gonna cast an eye at the door. Could she get through that door as Bonky?
Absolutely. It's close, but yes, absolutely.
All right. So with that knowledge, she's going to go ahead and activate Giant's Might. Bonky.
You stretch, just kind of crushing Nora into the wall. Nora, in this space, you are kind of just not mechanically damaged in any way, but certainly uncomfortable. Smoosh. You see these skeletons swimming towards you as you turn to just kind of get away from these, Nora. All of a sudden, Taki just smooshes you in place.
So I am going to... Oh, me sorry, Nora. Me get out of way as soon as me can. Also, you see Emmy's back? And she's gonna stab at the one next to Gurmi with her javelin. Am I standing... Sorry, it's so hard just because...
The stairs, yeah.
I think you can
Am I
assume
right
that you're...
behind, like in base contact
Yes,
with
you
the
are,
one?
yes.
So she's gonna stab him with her javelin.
Make your attack roll.
Stabalin. 9.
9 is a miss, believe it or not.
Okay. Well, we're level 5 now, so I'm gonna try again. That's better. 25.
That is a hit.
Meet the
All
party.
right. So,
Okay.
so that is, let's see. Oh, and then another d6 because of Giant's Might. So that is just 11 points
Get leveled
of
up.
bonky damage.
This creature already struck with a radiant flame, already kind of wounded with the psychic blow. And as you reach, you swing down with your javelin and you miss with that first strike. The water resistance, unfamiliar to you, it causes it to just kind of wave in your hands. Focusing your grip, you just swing this up and you thrust it straight through this creature's sternum, just splitting it in half. This creature falls apart into bones, just sliding down your hands, clattering onto these underwater stairs. Parts float away, but this is a very dead skeleton.
Nice. And then I'm going to use my move to just move down a little bit and stand next to Grimmy because Grimmy is used to being squashed by Bonky.
All of a sudden, for you, Nora, you have this ability to breathe as this big Bonky just steps away from you, and then almost instantly for you, Grimgob, you are just wedged into this as you try to swim away, just inches from where the skeleton was. Luckily, Bonky just obliterates the skeleton. Anything else, Tonki?
That's going to be it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
wonderful.
Alana's initiative
I
tracker
couldn't
art is
see
extra
one
good
that was
tonight.
missing, I think.
And you'll be able to see it on the gram because we're taking pictures.
That brings us to Grimgob.
Alright, I'd like to cast another spell. I'm gonna cast Magnify Gravity right here, which I think there's a lot of rings here. I think it's gonna hit all of them except like this one and the rest here.
10-foot sphere, right?
10-foot radius sphere, yeah.
That
So
is
if I do this
fantastic.
point, I believe it's gonna hit these and this guy and all of that.
This is a
That sound correct?
20-foot diameter, so
10-foot radius sphere, centered right here. Oops, sorry. It's going to
Oh,
be
died.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to get 7 of them. For 10 feet, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, that was
Yeah.
my count
The
as
same. I
well.
think it's
What
probably
spell
the
is this?
same
This
set.
is Magnify Gravity. Can you make a Constitution saving throw again
Boy.
7 times?
And most of them are incapacitated.
I have
Not
7
that
D20
affects-
back here.
I think
Okay. What kind of save, Con?
15.
Yeah, they can't make
Con, yeah.
So
Give me 1 second. I gotta distribute my dice over here.
they had it.
So, we have a 4, we have a 12, we have 2 14s. 4 of them fail, 2 of them succeed. Oh, I'm missing a dice. This is a 12. 5 of them fail, 2 of them
Oh, I
succeed.
should roll damage. Stay in the train. Oh, excellent roll. 14 force damage for those that fail. 7 for those that pass.
You said 14 for those that fail?
Yeah.
Very nice. This is a crushing blow. Grimgob, as you swim away for just a moment, you are crushed against the side of this space by Tonki, and you channel that feeling directly in front of you, just pulling down, making the rest of these creatures experience what you're experiencing right now. And for all of you, you watch as almost every skeleton in this room is just crumpled into the ground. And as you do that, that is 1, 2, 3, 4
Woohoo.
that are gone.
Very nice.
You want to grab their rings from me?
Yeah.
Leave these rings for you guys. All right.
Rings are all responsibility.
But Grimgob just crushes these skeletons down. There is a brief puff of silt that just fills the space. Bones just ricochet around this room, swirling in the currents that are created through the furniture. It is a devastating blow to this space. Anything else, Grimgob?
Yeah, and then I'm going to take the goblin bonus action disengage
Okay.
and say, my job's done here. And then I'm going to swim away past Bonky and then be like up here.
Very nice. You swim away.
Oh, hey, Emmy. Welcome back.
That is your
Nice
turn,
to be
Grimgob.
back.
That brings us
There's
to
undead
Ralph.
downstairs.
Hug it up.
So
Grimgob just swims straight away from you. You hear Grimgob say, "Oh, hi, Emmy." There is just a crush of bones breaking in this room. What are you doing?
So, being intimately aware at this point of the mischief, Ralph will not move forward because it started right in front of the doorway, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like literally right in front
You
of me.
can, and I would say in the water especially, you can
Yeah.
kind of see the shimmering sort of shape in the space.
It doesn't do anything, so you can travel through it because it's only going to affect next turn. It doesn't happen
Yeah.
when you go into it.
I'm not going to be able to get all the way through it, though.
Well, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, and you'd be out of it, I think.
Not
You got a good swim speed?
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I also am awkward. So instead, what I will
Mine's
do is
Sorry.
I will look at the one directly in front of me. Okay, so because it's a ranged spell attack, Sacred Flame, it would, because they're in base contact, it would be at disadvantage, correct?
Because it is a ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
Sacred
Sacred
Flame
Flame
a
is
ranged
not.
spell.
It's
Yeah.
a
Oh, it's not?
save.
It's a save.
It is
Save
a
or
save.
suck.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right, so I will just cast Sacred Flame upon the one in front of me. Dex 15.
That is going to be a 6.
Oh, they
Hell yeah.
failed. So that is going to be 2d8 worth of radiant damage.
They're probably dead.
I would hope so.
It's kind of your thing, is killing
8
undead,
radiant
right?
damage.
8 points of radiant damage, and let me tell you, that deals exactly 8 points of damage as it just kind of ignites in this brief flare of radiant flame. It deals just the amount that you'd expect.
Okay.
This creature, you can see the bones kind of pop out of place, but do not disjoint. This creature's still up.
Okay, and since Thule is right next to me and very much within the the bad time zone, I will cast
It's
Shield of
medieval times less successful.
Yeah.
Time zone.
I cast Shield of Faith upon him.
Very nice.
So for the next 10 minutes, you have a +2 to your AC as long as I maintain concentration.
Nice.
I will choose not to move, and I'll just remain at the bottom of the stairs, hopefully mildly out of the way.
A faint glow just begins to emanate off you, Thule, as this effect takes place.
If you want, you get to do an attack, right?
Yes, if you wish, you may make a weapon attack against a creature.
Just for free?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, why not? There's a guy in front of me.
What are you using to attack?
I got my dagger,
Hell yeah.
Stabbing.
right? I don't know.
Ribbon in one hand, dagger in the other. You decide to use the dagger.
Just don't do
Can I
zero
use my
damage.
tail
Very
for thematics?
You're disappointed.
It's an unarmed strike, but yeah.
While like holding the dagger, thematically.
No.
All right. Well,
Distraction, stabs.
That's not how those tails really work.
all right. Well, I stab him. Nice.
You have to roll to attack, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, usually.
Usually first.
I mean,
Hell yeah, though. That's still pretty good. That's a 23 to
That's
hit.
it. Absolutely.
I'll roll the damage again, even though that was nice damage. I gotta do the sequences.
We're gonna win.
correctly.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
there we
win.
go.
Oh,
It's only
fair.
one less. That's 4 points of stabbing to that guy.
4 points of
In front of
stabbing.
me.
Are you doing the one that Ralph just attacked or the other one?
I guess yeah. The one. Which one attacked me?
The one that's directly in front of you.
Yeah, I'd probably do the one that attacked me.
That is the one that Ralph attacked, I
Not-
believe.
Not the most combat seasoned.
They're both hurt.
yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
probably would attack the one directly in front
Yeah.
of me.
Tuli's not the most combat.
No problem.
effective.
So
He's
then you
covered.
attack
You gotta
the one
win your
that was
ones.
not
Yeah.
attacked. How much damage was that? That was 4?
4.
4 points of damage. Every little bit counts. Now, actually, both of those look like they match in terms of how badly hurt they are.
Hell yeah.
That is...
Twinsies.
You have a bonus action left?
That was my bonus action was to cast Shield of Faith, which got
have plus
you used
2.
a reaction.
And
Plus
I
plus.
can now use my. I could make an attack.
So anything else?
That is my action. I choose not to move, so that'll be it.
All right. You stand firm in the line of this oncoming onslaught of these skeletons. That brings us back to the top of the round and to the Watchmen. So,
All right, so Watchmen will always be at the top of the round.
Yeah. Put that head up above.
these guys are... Oh, I have to roll for
We
their
need eyes to watch.
random directions. Interesting. So these guys just rush, kind of trying to almost collide with you all, throwing their bodies at you.
Gross.
This one's going to float over top this guy. This guy is going to float over top this guy. You will get this one up onto the stairs. We will get this one into this doorway. And I think that is all of my friends. So, Tuli, you have found yourself in not the most friendly space. Luckily, 2 of these skeletons spend their entire round just swimming forwards. You can see they hold weapons. You brace yourself, expecting to be stabbed underwater by these short swords, but they just rush forwards, kind of pressing into you, their arms still moving as if they're walking. This is like an NPC stuck in a movement animation against the wall,
Oh, no.
but they press into you, and so it feels almost like you can't get away. But 2 of these creatures not really able to do very much. The rest of them... Truly, you are going to be taking 1, 2, 3,
Nah.
4 attacks.
You have a +2 to your AC.
Ralph believes in you.
Truly,
Yes, faith.
does a start low? Does a 13 hit?
No.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
So 3 of these creatures, even with that +2,
Oh yeah.
3 of these creatures strike you with their short swords. You take 4 points from the first. You take 3 points from the second. And you take 4 points from the third. Getting very lucky with those damage rolls.
Okay.
They just nick you in this space. It's really crowded.
And
so
I
they're
have
just
to make
barely
3
able to
con
get through.
saves.
Yes, for your
For my-
concentration.
Yeah. All right. First one save. Second one. Save. Third save.
Nice.
Very nice. I mean, not a terribly high save DC with those little piddling bits of damage, but able to maintain your concentration in the darkness, in the underwater conditions with the undead swarming around you. Still very impressive. And that is all of the Watchmen. That brings us back to you, Tuli.
at the start of my turn,
Truly tanked a whole round of combat.
yeah, I deserve ice cream later.
Me take you out for ice
Is
cream,
Oh.
Julie.
ice cream your favorite?
So
did
at the
good
start
job.
of my turn, I'm not gonna move it
Yes,
because
yes.
everyone kind of moved themselves, except for this guy. But I can't hit him without, I think, moving it into where Grimgob also is. So
Tonky is
and Tonky.
here
So yeah,
abstractly.
I'll leave it.
That's why I didn't put it there.
Everyone dies in the stairwell.
Okay.
Yeah. So I leave it there, and
Welcome back.
it
Goodbye.
changes.
Roll your d4.
So glad I came back. Like, calm down.
It is now 2.
So flowers on this underwater space begin to erupt and instantly just begin to dissolve into the individual petals. As in the underwater space, flowers not really meant to exist, but still affecting all the creatures in this cube. These are dexterity saving throws. For I think it's 4 of them. 1,
It's
2, 3, 4. Actually, 5. Yeah, you're right. 5. All right, that's pretty abysmal. We'll start on the high end this time. The highest roll for dexterity is a 20.
that's a save.
Next up is a 14.
That's a pizza.
Okay, so 3 failures.
Okay.
What was the effect?
So
For this, they are blinded as flowers just erupt. It says water sprays into their face, but really just more petals. It like you can see just bouquets of flowers just appearing out of nothing, and then a couple of them just straight into the eye sockets of this creature, just kind of sticking out almost comically. And this creature begins to just swing
bubbles in
and swing.
face.
Anything else, Thule?
That's I think gonna be it for me. Well, I didn't even use an attack or anything. That just happened. What am I saying? I'm gonna hit one with a starry wisp.
Okay.
I guess.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. Can I move a little bit? This guy's here. Is that guy blocking my other way?
You
I
are
think-
you are really fenced in this
I
moment.
could think 3-dimensionally. I'm
could
gonna
swim up,
swim
right?
up.
You could swim
Yeah.
straight up.
I'm gonna
yes.
swim straight up
Okay.
to get out of range to cast a starry wisp.
Okay, you're still going to be in range of the one that's up the stairs because then you'll be kind of even with them.
So you want
Can I go diagonally above Ralph?
To get diagonally above Ralph, you definitely could. That will provoke attacks of opportunity.
Just
from
the
that
one, right?
Yeah.
wouldn't it be? Never mind.
What?
Just the one.
Yeah, just the
Okay.
one. Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You leave the space, they swing. That's an 11 to hit.
That misses.
And so you just swim up and into. You were not technically cornered before, but now you are absolutely cornered. You go into the upper corner of the stairwell. There is nowhere else to escape.
And
But for the moment, you are out of everybody's
Starry
attack
wisp the
range.
fuck out of that guy.
Worth it.
That is a spell attack roll, I believe.
Yeah, against the one that tried to attack me that wasn't
Absolutely.
in the cube. Does 13 hit?
A 13 is a meets a beat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Let's go. And Starry Wisp leveled up too.
oh yeah.
Where's the dive I need? 5 damage.
Does the full amount that you'd expect, but not enough to take this creature down. It through this space, leaving a trail of blazing water, but unfortunately, this creature's still up.
And I think that's it for me. I'm not gonna heal anyone.
Okay. That brings us to Emmy.
So I don't do that no more.
So I'm gonna continue making my way down. I'm fairly positive if this staircase is 30 feet that I can catch up with Grimgob and Nora.
You certainly can. You can move 5 feet beyond Grimgob if you
Oh,
wish.
gonna hang out with Grimgob and Nora.
Okay.
And we'll
Safety.
we'll Sacred Flame the one in front of Tonky there.
All right. Go ahead and that's a save for me.
That's a dex save, I believe.
That is going to be a 14.
That is a meets it, beats it.
All right. Anything else, Emmy?
No.
That brings us to Nora.
Okay, so now we have a few more that we can see. So I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to hit.
They've all been peppered with a little bit of damage at this point.
Great. Does one look like it's missing particularly more bone than the next?
Two of them do, in fact, the ones that are directly in front of your sister and in front of Tuli.
All right, I'm gonna go for that's the ones in front of my sister.
Sure.
Well, I'm above your sister now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No one's
that's
above
true.
my sister.
I
From,
imagine
like, a
Julie's like
physical
doing like Spider-Man in the corner.
No one is
Physical,
above my sister.
mechanical standpoint.
Ralph is always on top.
From an ethical, moral standpoint.
I'm basically standing on Ralph's shoulders underwater.
You stand on the shoulder of
Damn.
giants.
Damn.
Well, no, not Tonky. On Ralph.
We are related.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yeah.
So feel free to distribute as you will, but that's a 4, a 2, and a 2.
Okay, a 4.
Actually, no, not distribute. I said I was going for the one that's missing the most bone.
Sure, and that's the one in front of Ralph.
Yes.
Every single one of those bolts just drive into this creature. You can see the first one just knocks one of the patellas straight off. The leg just buckles and breaks. The second one just goes straight into this creature's hip. You can see almost shattering it. And then the third one hits it dead center in the sternum, just splitting it in half. And this creature finally, with that third blow, dies.
I don't even know how you were held together in the first place. How is that kneecap even on there?
It's hard to speak underwater, but Nora does it just fine.
It's
Anything else? All right. That is your turn. You pull down this undead. That brings us to Tonki.
All right, there's one in front of me.
There's one in front of you. There's a one directly in front of you, yes.
Javelin.
Make your attack. This one reaches out towards Tuli, who kind of kicks it away and swims
I
free.
know that feel.
And then with its back to you, what is your attack roll?
9.
That is a miss.
I'm gonna try again. 17.
That is a hit.
All right, so that is there's damage for the giant smite as well. 12 points of javelin damage.
That's a pretty good javelin strike. You just take this javelin, you reverse your grip on this after having that kind of hard attack that first time, and you just stab overhand, almost driving the javelin through this creature's skull. For all of you underwater, there is an audible pop as the cap just pops open, almost like a can opener. You just pry this skull. Even as the skull splits, the body continues to claw at you. This creature is not dead, but it is barely alive. Barely undead.
All right, free action.
And let me see. Is there? Could I move closer to the door if I wanted to, or am I like
You
blocked?
can get 5
Like
feet
5
closer.
feet, yeah.
So that I'm next to the guy instead
Yeah,
of behind him?
yeah.
All right, I do that.
Yeah, because they're technically standing up. They just don't stand
With
on
like the
stairs.
force
Right,
of
right.
that blow, you just slide down a couple of the stairs. That is your turn, Tonki.
That is my
Close
turn.
enough.
Thank God.
It's a cuddle puddle over
They're
there.
Yeah.
mostly re-dead.
Mostly bones. A lot of bones digging into people's thighs.
They have even less connective tissue.
All right,
than I
Grimgott, what do you want to do?
I wanna
Blow everyone up.
I mean, always.
always. Let's see. I want to swim like straight this way
Okay.
so that I am like 15 feet away from the one that used to be in front of Tuli there.
You are up like right by Tonki's head, just like a
Yeah.
little bit over.
Yeah, we see eye to eye right
Oh,
now. Hello. And I'm gonna cast Lightning Lure straight down to try to pull it up.
Fantastic.
So make a strength saving throw.
8.
Fail. So that's gonna yank him to me. As he's yanked, I think he will leave Ralph's attack.
Yes, he will.
So if you want to take an attack with opportunity.
I'll use my reaction. Disadvantage you. I have a hammer.
Oh yeah. Technically flanked now by you and Tonki.
Dang. First roll was good. The second roll was less good. I do believe
Oh.
altogether.
It'd be flat because I think you have your flanking.
Oh, I'm
Tonki.
flanking?
Mhm.
Oh. Ooh, excellent. So that's going to be 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right, let's see here. Ah, yes. the most impressive hammer. A total of 4 bludgeoning damage.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. You swing this hammer, and as it strikes,
Pinata.
there is a ring that rings through the water true, and that deals 12 points of damage and shatters these bones, just scattering them across this space. Skeletons tend to be vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, and this one certainly is. That creature is gone. You can pull them off the map.
I will try. Oh my god.
You've gotten tangled in that corner.
Yeah.
Anything else, Ralph?
That was me.
Oh yeah,
But
sorry.
I'm done.
Okay, that brings us to Ralph.
Seeing a strike ring so true for once, Ralph is just going to turn to the next closest skeleton and try to repeat that's a successful strike.
Make your attack roll. You swing this hammer, and here in the confines of the watery halls that you are now exploring, it feels almost right, and that strike rings true. Make your second attack roll.
Am I flanking once more?
You
can't
are.
really see myself. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see myself. I can't see anyone else. I see Grimgob Cape.
You guys are using triad tactics now.
Oh, okay. That is higher than last time. I rolled
That is
19
that
on
is
the
a hit.
24. Oh man, I'm gonna bonk it. Bonk it. For minimum damage.
Oh man.
Is 2.
For a grand total
No,
of
wait,
4.
sorry, 3. I forgot it's plus 2.
Grand total of 6. This creature rocked on their feet. You can see parts of their armor kind of falling away, places where the bone becomes brittle and hollow, but they are still up.
All right,
Anything
so
else, Ralph?
that was my action. All of my bonus action spells, I don't believe, are things I wish to do right now. I will see if I can shuffle myself. There's Mischief is still up.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I will
I think I'm in
remain,
it now.
and then I will thematically do my best to get their attention. I'll use my, even though it's not an actual bonus action, I'll use my bonus action to hit my hammer against my shield.
You go to do that, and in the resistance of the water, it takes that whole bonus action, and you still don't reach the shield.
Yeah.
No
Really
problem. You
awkward.
start to do that.
Yeah.
That is your turn, Ralph. That brings us to the top of the round, to the watch. Okay. Don't need to do a ton of moving here.
It's almost like you gave us this entire beautiful place to fight in, and then we just decided
This
to
happens a
crowd in the
consistent
corner.
amount.
We decided
Is this one on top of that one?
nothing.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
got
They're-
provided a
they're
natural
blind
choke
still,
point.
right?
Like, this is
Until the start of your next turn. So yes, they are.
Yeah.
Still being blinded in that space, they're going to be taking attacks. Everybody's going to be taking attacks against Ralph. Ralph, the first 2 are going to be at disadvantage as these creatures just wildly swing underwater. The first one is going to be a 10 to hit.
Miss.
Second one is going to be an 11 to hit.
Miss.
The other 2 are swinging not at disadvantage. And it doesn't really matter a whole lot. That is a 13 to hit and then a 17 to hit.
Nay.
Nice.
So they swing. And in this space, having already seen Thule withstand a withering number of blows, it would be embarrassing to go down here. And so you stand firm. You pull up your shield. You pull up at least elements of your armor to kind of parry blows. And with the resistance of the water added, these creatures cannot pull you down. That is the Watchman. That brings us to Thule.
Motivated by spite alone.
All right, I think I need to move it a little bit this turn. So that, yeah, so I'm going to move it 5 feet this way so that it gets Grimgob out. And
Very nice, yeah.
Tonky
So I think
as
that hits
well.
2 of them then.
Yeah, the 2 that are that were blinded.
Here,
Actually, 3 because there's one up here now too.
Oh, I'm here.
What?
I'm here. So if you don't want me, you can only get that one and this one, which is here.
What do you mean?
Because you can't tilt it diagonally. So it
Well,
would
it's a
either be.
cube.
Right.
It's a 20-foot cube, so it comes up to here, gets this guy and the 2 guys down there. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right.
I think to hit the person at the oh, I see what you're saying.
This
Yeah,
one and then
yeah,
the 2
yeah.
guys down below.
Technically, kind of clipping into the wall on the southern part. Yeah. You can do that without hitting Grimgob. Grimgob, your feet kind of begin. This magic kind of begins to lap at the edges of your feet. If this gets any closer, you will be within this effect. Roll that d4.
Oh.
4.
Kind of on point.
And
for
this would be the worst thing to be trapped in, because all of a sudden the space below you just becomes almost solid, as it becomes not water but molasses. Just becoming this huge cube of the space, difficult terrain. You can see these creatures already slow, moving even slower. This is difficult terrain now. Anything else, Thule?
That's just the start of my turn. Then I'm gonna Starry Wisp the one that's. I don't really want.
I think you'll have disadvantage because there's one right next to you.
Yeah, I think no matter what, I'm gonna have disadvantage, but I don't really have a better option.
You haven't. You have successfully cornered yourself.
Um,
But it is probably the safest place you
An
could
attack
be.
with disadvantage is still better than
Yeah,
attack.
so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Just do a little Starry Wisp at disadvantage. I think that's actually. Oh wait, no, because it's a disadvantage. So the 8. Does a 14 hit?
It sure does.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
All right, we wisping out
You
here.
just have to believe in yourself.
Faith.
Like how Ralph believes in you.
Wisp. Wisp.
Yes.
For 5 damage.
5 points. What kind of damage?
Wisp damage. Radiant.
Wisp
Jeez.
damage. This creature barely hanging on. After that blow, the radiant light just kind of strikes off it, going into the cracks and pores in these bones. This creature struggling to stay up. It's still up.
And then yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to use a bonus action.
Okay, that is your turn.
That's
Truly,
actually
that brings us to
disengage
Emmy.
would be nice right about now.
You know, I'm just gonna rinse and repeat. Sacred Flame, one from the Tonky.
Sometimes
5.
it do be.
That is a nice. If I can math 11 points of radiant damage.
This is the one in front of Tonky.
Yeah.
With 11 points of radiant damage. Tonky, this creature already kind of hurt by you. You can see in front of you, you hear people talking to Emmy. You turn and you're like, oh, Emmy's back. And then there's this kind of wisp of like almost just a mote of light that crosses the space. And then this sacred flame erupts across the face of this creature that you just hit. Inside the eye sockets, this holy light just burns out. And this creature, the jaw pops open and they die.
Hell yeah.
Anything else, Emmy?
Dead as dirt.
That's what I got.
Alrighty, that brings us to Nora.
Okay. We're gonna conserve our energy. Mind Sliver. The one in front of my sister. Intelligence safe, please.
That's pretty good. 15.
Damn. I was conserving. No?
Anything else?
No? Cool.
I want to conserve
Nope.
too.
We're just gonna
gotta
sink or save that
conserve.
one.
Alrighty, you start.
This is room one.
Casting this ability just into the darkness. Anything else?
You know, sometimes you can do stuff.
And sometimes
And
you can't.
sometimes you can't.
It's okay.
It's hot out. You
That
gotta
is your turn, Nora.
conserve. They
That
put
brings
the
us to
warnings
Tonky.
out, and You gotta conserve your energy.
All right, so
You're
the
about to hit
one-
this creature
I
and
feel
it just
bad for it, man.
explodes in front of you.
Ah!
There are still a few that are
Maybe
down
that
at the
really
bottom of
good
these
thing happened
stairs.
up top.
All right, well, I will go down to the bottom of the stairs then.
There's also one floating up directly in Thule's face.
Yeah.
There's one here, and like one here.
I don't think I would be able to reach the one that's near Thule.
It's got the glitter face.
Yeah.
Where
also-
are you exactly? Are you like?
I
It's
think
also
if you're
far
on
back.
the middle of the stairs, you
If you
actually
can
can
get
reach
next
the
to
Okay.
Ralph,
large
you
I'll,
can get.
I'll go
yeah.
try to
Yeah.
help Thule.
Because
yeah.
you have the 10 foot
I'm
of reach,
technically
right?
I'm above.
Well, I'm not using
Ralph.
the
Gotcha,
whip
gotcha,
right
gotcha.
now. But okay, so if I can get to that guy, then I will.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Diagonally,
yeah.
you will be
Technically,
facing.
this is where
And
they are.
I'm gonna dabble in with my javelin.
Make an attack roll.
Jeez, my first hit is always terrible. 12.
That is just barely a miss.
Alright, second attack. 14.
That is a hit.
Hey.
You bunch your legs underneath you and you just spring, propelling yourself like a torpedo through the water, this javelin thrust out in front of you.
Alright, with the extra from Giant's Might, that is 10 points of javelin damage.
10 points of piercing damage. This creature is badly hurt by that. You just pierce through the armor. You can hear it just pop open, this old decayed leather. You almost spear them, kind of driving them forward.
I'm so sorry. Question. Were we flanking, and is it too late at this point?
I would say you were flanking. If you want to just roll one more d20 in case you crit.
Yeah. Well, in case the first one hit.
Sure.
Okay. Yes. 17 on the die.
So yeah, roll another damage.
Thank you. Sorry about that. So that is... Oh, no, sorry. It's only one die. They were both 3, so it doesn't matter. So 7 points of piercing.
7 points of piercing. And with that, as you drive this through this creature, it just explodes across the space, almost held together only by the armor that it wears, kind of sinking down to the ground. That creature is dead. Anything else? Tonki.
Yeah, free action post for a high five for Thule.
Post for a high five. Thule's a little bit busy at this moment. Kind of one of the very few people still busy.
Got a fucking dagger in one hand, and I'm like...
like red in the face from just furiously shifting Nithir's mischief every turn. But anything else, Tonki?
Yeah, sadly lower my high five in hand. No. And we'll bank that one for later.
No problem. That is that is a free action. That brings us to Grimgob.
You killed this one?
Yes, the last one. Yeah. There should be, I think, 2 left.
Yeah. Before she can take her hand away, a hand comes out of the darkness and Grimgob, he high fives it.
I love you so much.
Can't leave a homie hanging.
I'm dual wielding.
I want to swim down, and seeing the mace was very effective. He's gonna grab his wizard staff and flank one of these with Tonki and just swing at him.
Okay.
So is it flat with water disadvantage and
correct
flank advantage? Okay. Correct. I don't think I'm gonna hit.
Believe in yourself.
Does an 11 hit?
No, it does not.
Oh man.
You take out your bonk and stick, but you do not bonk.
Oh man. And that'll be it.
Alrighty, that is your turn, Grimgob. That brings us to Ralph.
Alright. So there is very few skeletons left. I will turn to the skeleton that Grimgob just attempted to bonk, and also attempted to bonk the skeleton. Oh, okay. I can use this for attack rolls, correct? Dang it. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Oh, that one was enough.
Nice. Without the one, it also would have hit.
It's fine. I will return this now. Okay. Alright, let's see. Please be better than the last one. Statistically, you kind of have to be. It's the same.
3 points of damage. In the space so crowded, there are bones flying. The silt has kind of risen up and made it very murky. You need to be very cautious with your blows so that you do not strike people like Grimgob, who is just furiously swimming to and from, kind of stabbing out into the silt. Anything else, Ralph?
Oh.
All right, that brings us to the top of the round and to the watch. There are only 2 members left.
Your watch is ended!
Both of them are going to attack. Actually, one will attack Tonki.
What? What did I do?
Tonki does a 7 hit.
No.
Alrighty, and then one is going to attack Ralph. Ralph does a 6 hit.
Oh.
That is the Drowned Watch. In this space, with these short swords, these are skeletons. They just mindlessly kind of hack forwards in the water, difficult for them to strike. But that brings us to Thule.
Holy shit.
Thule, you're dual wielding.
Okay. I don't think I need to move it because it's just the 2 that are still in there.
Correct.
So it just happens. And that's going to be a 1. We've done all 4.
There is no ability to smell here, but apple pie fills the water. And creatures within this cube do need to make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed. For free, these creatures cannot become charmed. And so, no problem.
Can I be charmed?
You can.
By this? Okay. I didn't think so, but thought I'd ask because I am in it.
Anything else?
Oh, are you still in it? Oh,
Oh,
because
you
you
can't
moved
be
in.
charmed then.
Yeah, so you have to make the save.
Well, that's why I was asking.
You
like,
might be
the-
charmed.
Yeah,
you might be
make a
charmed.
wisdom saving throw.
It's actually a good
That was
one.
just Vincent asking.
I thought you were just saying.
It's
basically
actually
you
a
were
good
hungry.
one for it to happen on. Because
14.
that's a meets a pizza.
There you go.
Can I choose to fail and be charmed by Thule
You
anyways?
cannot.
That can just
Damn.
happen.
So truly, that just happens. The cube just shifts. The magic changes.
All
These
right.
creatures still kind of unaffected.
Now, I'm pretty sure I can make a bonus action attack with the dagger, but it's not proficiency, so it's just a flat attack.
Only if you
correct?
take the attack action as your main action as well.
Fuck.
And the main weapon is light.
Well, the dagger
That's a
is.
Tuesday.
Well, both of them have to be light.
The question is, do I make the starry wisp attack?
What you doing?
I think because that's a disadvantage anyway. I think I'm gonna stab double stabs, 2 stabs in a row.
Hell yeah.
First stab.
You see Tonki nodding like approvingly.
I'm gonna use this one. First stab. Hell yeah, we stabbing. That's a 17 on the die. That's 21.
That is a hit.
We stabbing out here for 3 points of damage.
Every little bit. This creature's still up.
We're
Damn.
just seeing the start of Thule's multi-class into Rogue.
Alright, bonus action. I'm stabbing again.
You can quit the rogue life. No,
That's
not
another
how it's gonna
17
go.
on
That
the
is a
die.
hit.
You all end up as sneaky archers at one point.
Oh, we stab.
Rogue life will never quit you though.
Oh shit, for another 3 damage.
And Thule, this creature attacking you in the silty water in this Drowned Watchtower, the Drowned Belltower, you stab almost blindly through this space. For anybody who can see this, you watch as this creature on the edge of this silty bubble, there is a dagger that just severs the spinal cord, and this creature floats in half. They are dead.
Oh.
There is one skeleton left.
Nice.
They rest once more.
And then I think that's I'm not at base contact with the other one now, right? I'm good. I don't need to move.
Correct. You are up in the very corner of the staircase.
I'm-
That brings us to Emmy.
You know, it's working for me, so Sacred Flame, be gone, demon.
There's going to be a 4.
That will be not great. 6.
Wait, 6
little bit
points of
counts.
damage. This creature, there is this flare underneath the water. The water swallows the radiant flame. With this creature, you can see the bones almost pulsing from within. There are micro splinters across much of the surface of this creature. They are almost dead, but still up. Anything else, Emmy?
That's all I
Nora.
We're gonna attempt a Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Do it.
Wisdom save.
Tried stabbing
It
with
is?
a
Yes.
dagger.
Oop, off the table. 3.
Hope it's not immune.
Yeah.
That would be really
That's true.
upsetting. Or like if the damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Thankfully, it's a low roll. It's a 2.
2 points of damage.
Yeah, do I heal it?
What kind of damage?
Necrotic.
Nora, as you cast this spell and the bell appears, there is this gong. And as necrotic damage sinks into this creature, tell us how it happens.
Ah! I think Nora like begins to
that
like
feels
utter
pretty
the like beginnings of the spell and is like, wait, but you have to finish a spell once you've gotten it halfway out of your mouth. So you gotta finish it or bad things happen. And then she says the spell and waits for the bad thing to happen. And now we're swimming in a pool of bone shards. There's the bad thing.
And sure enough, it is a bad thing, but significantly less bad than fighting the undead in this underwater enclosure. And in this space, now with bones kind of floating throughout, with the silt clouding the air, you are all left to reunite with Emmy, who has kind of made their way back to the party in this space.
Tonki sweeps Emmy up into a big wet hug. Emmy, you're back. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, me let you go now. Sorry.
Where you been?
Wandering.
Oh,
I'm not really sure. I think I was on like a vision quest.
Oh.
I think. There was a lot of light, and the spirit from before was there, and I saw some things, but I don't really understand it at this point. So yeah. And then I was here, and you guys were going into the thing, and I really don't know how it happened.
It's okay, we don't know either.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Welcome back.
Me too.
Can we leave these stairs and go into Broom?
Yeah.
You're not liking these stairs now that they're full of skeleton.
It's
Every
very
now and
cloudy
then
here.
through the sill,
They
like
drop
a little
Nathayer's
face just
mischief
kind
so
of drifts through.
that it's not still happening.
Oh, that okay. Me like the apple pie one.
I can't smell it underwater, though.
But me know it there.
You go up to this door. You can see it's relatively
Tickles your
heavy and
brain.
iron, pretty badly
Charms.
corroded, and at one point there was a big padlock on it. But this is rusted away to almost nothing. You can probably just break it off with a relatively modest athletics check. And you can actually see through pits in the corroded door, almost all rust. There is another staircase that descends down. This staircase is wider.
Did you say what did you say the rusty thing was on? Was it a
Rusted
padlock?
Yeah, like an
On
old
a-
padlock
on
on
the
the
door that's
Okay.
opposite.
Uh,
Seems like a barrack or something.
Yeah, very much like that.
Looking around, does this seem like a pretty standard barrack? Like, is there anything special about it?
Make a religion check.
Just kind of glancing through, is there anything like we know that it's an overcity tower of some kind, but are there any other things that have kind of survived so long that they would be recognizable? From
So you can make an investigation check. I would say that will start kind of chipping away at your time. So an investigation check probably costs like about a minute of time to really do like a search of the room.
I like to take a minute to do a search of the room with an investigation check.
Okay,
If-
yeah.
if
Make investigation
Grim
checks
God's
too.
doing
in,
that,
in the
then-
meantime, I'll break the padlock just to
Okay.
skip that part.
I would say with you, especially with your strength, no check required. You
Okay.
can go over, especially still as Bonky. You kind of cross the space in a couple of easy swims. You kind of take this thing and just crush this lock in your hand. Little just streams of rust through your fingers.
I like to imagine that at that moment she becomes regular Tonki again, and she's like, "Yes."
Absolutely.
15 religion checks, sorry.
What was it?
23.
23 in yours?
19.
19. And religion?
15 religion checks.
As you, Ralph, look around this space, you can see iconography that certainly speaks to Tyr. You see scales. In sort of much of this room has been badly corroded through water passing through with silt. Much of the surfaces seem almost worn away as if they've been sandblasted over time. You do note, though, that this does seem to be related to Tyr in some way. Behind the scales, you would note that there is almost vague other imagery, though with that check especially not able to tell really what that is. Really almost more like suggestions of shapes. And that's kind of what you would be able to tell. There's not a lot here. For the two of you, as you investigate, there are old bits of clothing that are sized to Minotaur. You can find elements of really just badly worn leather that is like falling apart so long as it's been submerged in this water. There are places where you can find bits of chain like shirts and chain mail that is badly damaged. There isn't a lot here, but Thule and Grimgod, both of you with those investigation checks would see that there are places in the stone where deep, deep gouges have been dug. And in one of those places, kind of along the ceiling, it looks almost as if a chandelier has been torn away.
Torn away, like repurposing, or torn away in like a battle?
Hard to tell, but with your check, you can see this almost like jagged vertical line that runs on either side of where a chandelier might hang. You can see a big chunk of stone missing that it might have been anchored to, but hard to kind of tell what circumstance may have caused that.
Okay, but the gash itself doesn't look like a big claw mark necessarily. Or
Make a nature check. Anybody else doing anything? Yeah.
I had a question.
Yeah.
19.
So, I have some ritual spells that aren't like prepared for the day. Am I able to still cast those with a spell slot, or is that? Would you say that's
Rituals
no?
10 and
I think as a wizard, you can cast any ritual spell in your book, regardless of whether or not it's prepared.
Yeah.
Correct, as a ritual
As a
for 10
ritual,
minutes.
Yeah.
But I can't like use a
No,
spell
you
slot
would need
to do
to
it if
eat
it's
up
not prepared.
Unless it has a time. Yeah. Unless it has a time of like one action where you could do it in that way.
I think he's
There's some
answering a
spells that are
different question,
ritual spells that have a casting time of an action.
So it's not prepared, is my thing. So I have a set number.
Yeah,
of
but
spells,
you can still use it as a ritual, even if it's
But
not a
not-
prepared spell.
But I'm asking, can I use it not as a ritual if it's not prepared?
No,
for the day?
no.
That's what.
There
okay,
you go.
okay.
I got you.
Speaking of time, is anybody in-game
Thule
keeping
has
track
been
of how
keeping
many
track
minutes
of how long
when we're
we
at
have
bingo power?
until we need to go back up.
I was gonna say Nora would also do that out of like
Phenomenal.
I
anxiety.
had said last session.
Tonki doesn't
that Tuli
exactly
was
have,
making a mental note of that as we're going to
Phenomenal.
not drown.
I would very much.
I
like
don't
to
have the
not
survival, but I know how time passes.
So you're beginning to ritually cast something?
No.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything?
So, what's going on, guys?
Apparently, message. Apparently, this place is important to Tyr, and so just as a quick side stop.
Okay.
We don't have long though, because the potions have only how long left?
Uh,
can't understand. Like I can't understand.
Can you hold up some message? Can you hold up some fingers? Okay, we have 54 minutes left on our potion.
Okay.
Do you also have message?
No.
I do.
For what it's worth,
It's a
too,
relay.
Tuli, as you investigate this gouge in the ceiling, it isn't a claw mark in the traditional sense, but it very much is a claw mark in another way. There are large crabs, though you haven't seen one this large, that you can see in kind of shallow pools where they dig for like clams and things like that. You'll see similar marks where they have cracked shellfish open in the sand. You've never seen it in stone like this. But it does look like it was maybe torn down by a large claw.
And we had seen similar markings, I think, on our way in.
You had up by the
But,
bell.
yeah. Had assumed that they were from the bat creature that was up there, but this makes more sense. Okay.
Tonki's like, Emmy, you see the big bat thing?
We did it. Wake it up. Proud of you guys.
Right?
Donkey, in this
Would not be
space,
enough.
the
You would have
water
thought.
kind of moving through little ambient cracks in the structure. The door slightly kind of opens now that you pull the lock away, and you can see that there is a staircase beyond.
I think Ralph would just kind of like motion everyone forward. If Light had run out on her shield, she would recast it.
Okay.
And basically motion to go down the stairs.
Okay.
As a note, Ralph will keep the concentration of
Shield of Faith?
the shield of faith for as long
Hell
as you
yeah.
can.
Is that 10
It
minutes?
is a 10-minute one,
Hell
so
yeah.
we'll see if she can maintain it.
So we got like
So
8
at 40
minutes or so left.
44 and a half minutes.
You cast Shield of Faith.
Well, yeah. Like,
Are you
Oh,
holding it?
I'm just holding it
Okay, you
from
hold
the
it.
battle, yeah.
yeah. So it's like 8 minutes left or so.
You begin to make your way down. Are you leading the way, Ralph?
Mhm.
Okay. So you pass through this door. As you open and kind of make your way down, you wind through the stairs another 20 feet until you can see, as you continue to twist, there is a ceiling and an open space below, taller even than the space that you were just in, maybe 25 feet down to the floor. This is a place where silt has kind of crowded the central area and kind of spills in through a couple of doorways. The windows completely covered with just sand and sediment. There is no light spilling through, though there are cracks with little bubbles kind of burbling out of them in the walls around the base. You can see that there is one of the two doorways has like a steel frame around it that is rusted almost completely away. You can see like the stonework below and around it. There is silt and stone that kind of crumble through here, but there is space over top. You can see from that space something gleams. Something from the light of your shield reflecting almost platinum in this space. But before you, on the very bottom, in the central kind of almost entryway you're recognizing, you can see also kind of at the bottom of these stairs, there is a space where there is this kind of what was probably a fountain when it was not underwater. Everything technically a fountain now. But the shape mimics the shape that you saw on the roof. It is a minotaur, kind of hands up. There would be a scale probably, though that has been broken. Water obviously does not run down the structure, but you can see places where maybe offerings might have been left. Now just broken bits of masonry. But you are looking at what was the entryway to this space at one time. This structure likely goes probably no further unless it goes into the subterranean space. This was the ground floor.
I think Ralph would. I assume Tonki's probably close by.
Tonki would have gone right
Truly.
behind you because she's mad that she was at the back of the last battle.
Ralph will point out where the glimmer is coming from. That there's something up there. And then before heading towards it, she'll kind of do like a tactical sweep of the room to try to
Make a perception check.
Emmy will be going towards the back with light also cast on her component pouch. We should be well illuminated.
10.
With a 10, this is a room that is a mess. This is where everything that has crumbled off of the structure has eventually settled. So bits of masonry. There are tons of glints in this space. At first you're like, oh, this is Scrooge McDuck gold. But just bits of broken rust, flakes of rust kind of fallen down, give the illusion of pieces of currency. There's not a lot here, just a floor of rust and debris, still allowing you maybe 20 feet of kind of movable space in most of the space here. And then these two doorways beyond.
Hey, Rao.
Yeah.
What do followers of Tyr leave as offerings?
Sounds like the beginning of a riddle.
Yeah.
Right. We're also gonna think about it.
Or a joke.
Are there any like traditional like offerings? Because I feel like most offerings to Tyr are offerings of action.
Yeah, most of them are offerings of action. There are people, and so probably when this was not a place underwater, there were many pieces of paper or parchment that had details of these actions kind of appended to this fountain. You don't see any of those. There are, depending on how strictly you follow Tyr's kind of teachings, there are people like any religious organization that will kind of benefit the organization their way into it. And so little almost like platinum figurines of scales or golden figurines of scales, something else that can be offered.
Bail bonds.
Very much like, I was thinking more when the church offered that you could like,
Tithes.
yeah, very much
Yeah.
like tithes.
Nothing wrong with a little tithing every now and again.
As a treat.
As in, Ralph
Special
will
treat.
consider it for a moment, then just relay that they're most likely just people retelling their tales of justice. Though I'm sure people have left more financially important offerings in an attempt to curry his favor.
Okay. And Gorgo's gonna swim down to one of the offering things.
Okay.
He's gonna grab a rock and he's gonna pull out a told skin cloak that he grabbed from one of the goblins.
Okay.
From the thing. And I'm just gonna leave it in one of the offering slots, put a rock on top and put a coin on top.
Okay.
And just say out loud, they were toads being mistreated and we freed them from the Mudspittle cave.
From the top of these stairs or the bottom that can be seen into this room, Ralph stands with the shield casting light into the dark space, with the dark shadows kind of swallowing up the corners in the floor. Grimgob, you swim through this shaft of light into this dark subterranean underwater cavern, kind of crossing the space without really looking, and set up right in front of this tithing pool. The rest of you
What
who
could
are
happen?
behind see the sediment swirl and shift as Grimgob passes. This place not touched very often. At least that's not what it appears.
Crab.
Uh-oh.
But it isn't just the shifting of the currents.
It's the crabs.
You see the steel and stone begin to shift behind you through the water. Grimgob, you hear as the rocks shift and tap together, and all of you watch as the floor rises. You can see the metal things that glint, pieces of the bell shorn from over top. You can see parts of the chandelier adhered. You can see anchors and chains. You can see bits of actual gold, all just appended onto a massive bronze-shelled crab that rises over top. Grimgob still has this cloak, still lowering it over top. This creature rises.
Is it rising behind me? Do I not see it as it looms behind me?
He's right behind me.
It's right behind you.
Okay.
I'm going to go get a visual perspective, but because it is 8:30, we're going to step away for a quick break, and we will come back rolling for initiative.
The Moana crab.
But thank you for joining us. Very, very similar to the
Love
Moana
it.
crab. We will be back at the end of this countdown. We'll see you then.
Yay! I'm glad I can serve.
Through the break if you did. If not, we are playing D&D, and now you are a part of it. And everybody, as Grimgob is suddenly flanked by this massive crab that stands 4 times their height. Can everybody please roll for initiative?
Oh. Well,
Oh my god.
it's a nice adventuring with you guys. Oh no!
I have to say.
Maybe nobody will roll well.
Ralph's not even part of this combat.
I'm not gonna move myself. I'm gonna just stay at the bottom of the sword here.
You might as well leave me at the
Anybody natural 20? 20 to 15.
18.
18 for Emmy.
Gina's just over there really hoping that someone else rolled higher.
15 to 10.
I was expecting 20 to or 25 to
Ooh.
20 first.
10 to 5.
Y'all.
8.
Y'all.
8 for Nora.
I want to be second.
5 for
I want to be first.
Tuli.
I don't
How
wanna
the
be second either.
fuck?
I'm running out of numbers, guys. 5 to 0.
4.
For Grimgob, we have 2 for Tonki, and then rounding us out at 0. You cannot roll a 0 on the dice for
Negative
Ralph. We love those modifiers. So the way that this works out, we have Emmy starting us off at 18, followed by Bronzeback at 15.
Bronzeback.
At 8, we have Nora. At 5, we have Tuli. At 4, we have Grimgob. At 2, we have Tonki. And then at 0, we have Ralph.
Truly, it's a good thing that Emmy's back. She's the only one who's paying attention.
So, Emmy, this floor vibrates as this creature rises from the debris. You can see almost wearing this shell of bronze upon their back, massive claws, kind of beginning to move towards Grimgob. What would you like to do?
Oh god, Grimgob. You know what? We'll try a Sacred Flame again, because why not? It's a dexterity saving throw.
That is a d12, so I'm going to roll a d20. Dexterity saving throw, that is going to be a 14.
That will not work. Ooh, for actually a decent amount. 14 points of radiant damage.
14 points of radiant damage deals the full amount that you would expect. So all of a sudden, this creature is struck by this radiant flame that across its shell. You can see a place where just a bit red, the metal glows, and this creature now, these eyes on these long, almost foot-long stalks, just kind of turn. The creature still facing Grimgob, but its eyes now craning almost 90 degrees towards all of you. It cannot really see you, Emmy, as you are right at the very top of the stairs, but it certainly sees Tonki and Ralph.
Hello.
Anything else, Emmy?
Nope, that's what I got.
Alrighty, that brings us to Bronzeback himself. For the moment, boy, there's a couple things that he could do here, huh? So first, he is going to look down at you, Grimgob, and he is going to make a claw attack, just snapping towards you. Grimgob does a 25 hit.
Think you're better than me? Yeah, that will hit.
Yeah, he does. Look at all the browns.
Yeah. Well,
Are you
third
a
battle.
He's so shiny.
glorious?
Grimgob, you take only 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus, as this creature crushes these claws in on you, the tiny little, almost jagged bits of metal along the edges of these claws cut across you for an additional 9 points of piercing damage.
Damn, that's a lot of
And Grimgob,
damage.
you are grappled.
Not the Tonky special.
This is one of these claws, and now holding you, Grimgob, Bronzeback wheels around, and all of its legs underneath it just thrust, almost like a squid, and it swims, crossing the distance in an instant, right in front of Tonky, holding Grimgob behind it in one claw. Grimgob, you are yanked through the water as it spears with the second claw towards Tonky. Tonky does a 15 hit.
Does it? No, it doesn't.
Okay, so you grab this claw as it comes in. This claw, you attempt to grapple it, but you just barely deflect it over your head. It slams into the stonework behind you. But that is both of its attacks. That is all that Bronzeback can do. That brings us to Nora.
Okay, I briefly thought that this was a touch spell, and it's not. Thank God, because that would be a lot of running. Nora, just prays real hard to whatever God she currently believes in. We're gonna bless some peeps.
You think back to the most recent book that you have read, to the handsome individual that is the sort of smoldering lead, and that is the god that Nora currently worships, perhaps.
Incredible. They say he's not as nice in the second book. Anyway, that's what I do.
Bless. There is just these bursts of magic across this space. Grimgob, suddenly, despite the fact that you are grappled by this creature, you feel just this burst of energy kind of flood through you. Tonky, Ralph, all of you begin to glow with this inner light. That is your turn, Nora.
Yes, you all have a certain CW smolder about you.
There you go. That brings us
She's
to
been
Tuli.
practicing mine.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna cast Speak with
There's only one
Animals.
tree.
Because this is a good opportunity to test if it works on giant crabs before we face the giantest crab. And also, I don't have the luxury of ritual casting it because Grimgob is being squished. So I cast Speak with Animals, and I'm gonna be like, please put him down.
Always worth a try.
We don't want to hurt you. And then bonus action to Grimgob. I'm gonna be like, stay calm, buddy.
Don't freak out.
So you cast this spell.
I'm freaking out over here, Joy!
Bardic
Truly.
inspiration.
As you cast this spell, you imagine that this creature is not intelligent enough to understand your words. Huge though this creature may be, the brain probably small enough for a small-sized creature.
All right. That's about it for me.
That is your turn, Tuli. That brings us to Grimgob.
Let's
you are
see.
grappled.
What would it take to not grapple? Be
You would take an
grappled?
action to make a. This will be an athletics check to escape.
Could it be acrobatics?
It could not.
Oh, that's only for the contest.
Okay.
It's a strength.
All right
You're
then.
being overpowered by claw.
And this claw is crushing you.
You can't wiggle out of it. It's too tight.
Yeah.
It's like a body.
I'm probably gonna die here.
Use that.
So I'm
bardic-
just gonna fire. I could use the bardic, I guess.
You should use the
also-
bardic.
You probably should try.
I don't think I can get out with like my strength because I'm not very strong, even with the bardic.
Is it possible to do with
I will say it is not a
gravitation?
contested check. It is a DC.
Okay.
Yeah, just make yourself real
Probably
heavy.
worth trying. Oh, that's not bad. Just real light.
I don't get I don't get blessed for this, right? All right, I didn't think so. All right. I'm thinking I just nuke it.
Oh, I think you just did.
Maybe it'll just reflexively let go.
Also, it's underwater, and
If it's
you
a
heard things about
concentration.
fire damage underwater.
Yeah, I did. And then I firebolt it. Sorry, I hellfirebolt it. It's a disadvantage. And that is gonna be a great roll, even with disadvantage. 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right. So this is the first time I'm casting this, but does anything with the rings happen when I cast the Hellfire Bolt?
Nothing immediately happens with these rings. You do feel almost as if they grow a little bit warmer. It really depends on the damage roll.
Okay. So I rolled 9. So 9 fire damage, and it ignores resistance to fire, right?
Here in this underwater place, every creature has resistance to fire damage, but with
But not
these
today.
bolts, the water just grows bright, and all of you hear an audible snapping sound as there is just this moment of fission that occurs as you cast this fire through this space, and it just burns a hole straight, almost like a pinhole through the shell. There is this of fire on the inside. You can see this creature recoil. It ignores resistance to fire.
Hell yeah. All right, and that Hellfire Bolt was my attempt to break free.
There you go. Still grappled. Anything else, Grimgar?
Let's see. Can I bonus action hide while it's got me?
You imagine probably it won't work against this creature very well?
Okay. I'm gonna try.
Go for it.
Smart.
This is a wild turn.
18 hide check.
You know what? You feel pretty hidden, and I would say, believe it or
Did I
not,
drop it?
Grimgob, as this creature was kind of rushing forwards, your claw behind, you feel it almost go a little slack, as if maybe it's forgotten that you're there. Still grappled, but we'll get back to that in a bit. That is your turn, Grimgob.
Yeah.
All right.
I
You
just
feel
covered
pretty-
myself with dirt.
For all of you, you see Grimgob just get clomped with this claw, and then if your passive is below 18, Grimgob has just disappeared with that crushing blow from this crowd. So that brings us to Tonki. Tonki, you watch as Grimgob is just clobbered. There is no blood. There is no gore. There is nothing.
It's very unfortunate because I was going to try to release you, but I don't think she knows where you are now.
I don't know where I am.
Alright, do I have space to get big?
You do?
All right, I get big.
We don't know. And
How large is this crab mechanically speaking?
This crab is mechanically huge.
All right.
Huge, my guy.
I'm gonna grapple this crab.
Make a athletics check.
Yep.
Works on multiple levels. We can't. I don't think anyone has a passive that high.
Natural 20.
Oh, damn.
For
Is
a-
it
Silver
still...
barbs.
Thank
Natural 20.
Are you kidding?
Damn!
So
They were
is
just
it
like, this crowd
numbers,
wants to
though,
get
or is
this.
natural 20 an auto success?
Natural 20
'Cause-
for a 29.
For 29. Okay. 30.
Whoa!
Less.
With a 30 with bless, there is this moment you grow large. This claw goes thrusting for you. You grab onto this. As you get larger, it pushes you 5 feet back. But as you reach your full size, you stop that momentum and you take a step forward, and the whole crab just shifts back, and you grapple this crab.
That was the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. All right, and so that was attack action number 1. So for number 2, let's see. Guess I'll keep using my javelin. So like grappling in one hand, holding on javelin with the other.
Absolutely. Now that it's grappled, you just start stabbing.
Yep.
Once I start grappling, I can't stop stabbing.
Stop stappling.
Yeah, 23.
you sure
23 is a
guys?
hit.
Get on it.
And that's gonna be
Matching one for your wife.
11 points of piercing.
11 points of piercing. Is this a magical attack?
No, I don't know. Have we ever ruled on whether the giant smite damage is magical?
It doesn't make it into a magical attack.
Okay, right. So no, then.
So it deals only half the amount that you'd expect. Kind of slamming into this creature. It has a shell made out of scrap metal, which really seems to dull these blows. But still, a little bit of damage. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Alrighty, that brings us to you, Ralph. In front of you, you watch as Grimgob disappears into one of these claws, and another one almost takes Tonki, though Tonki stops this creature in its tracks.
Alright, so. I'm assuming we cannot get through Crab.
That is a very big enemy, but even with this size, the legs keep it fairly low to the ground, so you can't swim underneath it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Crab is currently bottlenecking the door. Alright, so seeing that the attempt from Thule has not seemed to have a reaction on the Crab, what Ralph will do instead is I use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon behind the Crab.
I got one here.
Yeah, we got our...
I do have a little warhammer right here.
Ooh,
Hammer. Hell yeah.
You've upgraded.
Not gonna move
Level 5.
Listen, you could...
on your turn, you could
So you cast this spell, Ralph. There is this mote of light that then just erupts into this holy weapon that kind of floats in the space.
With that, it will make a strike against the Crab.
Okay.
And it will miss. It will bounce off the crab shell
Fair
unless a 7.
That is a bad miss. It hits the leg and still just bounces off.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. I rolled really bad. Yeah.
Anything else, Ralph?
Right. So that was my bonus action. For my action, I will attempt to toll the dead upon this creature. Wisdom save for me, please.
Okay. That is a natural 1.
Whoa! Toll that dead, and since I know Grim has least damaged it a little bit.
To be fair, I damaged it.
Yes, we have seen 2.
I
You
punched
get 2 of
it.
those bad boy dice at level 5?
I do. Let me get the other one. Sorry guys. That is 17 points of necrotic damage.
17 points of necrotic damage. This bell rings, and it rings true.
Oh, nice.
There is a loud gong that just rings through this space. You can see this creature, the eyes just almost pull back into its body. You can see it raises Grimgob straight up in the air, almost like it's like surrendering for a brief moment, though its other claw still going to try to like grapple with Tonki. Anything else, Ralph? That hurts it.
That was my action, my bonus action, and since I cannot move past the crab into the room, I will just wait for an opportunity to do so.
Okay. That brings us to the top of the round and to Emmy.
Range spell attacks have disadvantage or no?
No, ranged attacks they automatically miss outside of their range. That's more for weapons.
Cool.
Spell attacks are fine.
Guiding bolt.
Very nice.
Excellent.
Like your attack roll.
Such a good spell.
Just don't roll a 1. I'm standing right next to you.
It'd be more against Grim, I think.
17.
A 17 is a miss. This through this space, leaving a trail of glowing bubbles in its wake that slowly lose their light as they dissipate. But this just goes wide. You have to kind of draw it around so that you don't strike Tonki.
And I assume I can't see Grimgob.
Certainly not, and it's not because of the positioning, it's because of Grimgob's 6 stealth check.
So guess what? Grimgob can't heal you because all of my stuff requires sight.
There you go. So you look for
I only have
Grimgob
myself to blame.
in the swirl of bubbles, and still you just cannot see them.
Yeah.
You wait, but that does bring us to Bronze back. So at the start of their turn, they are grappled. They do not appreciate this at all. Having sort of forgotten about Grimgob, you are almost just dropped on the ground. You can see suddenly the ground coming up, and then it brings you back and slams you into the shell on its back. In this place, almost replicating Ralph's attack, it rings its own bell using Bell Slam. Can I have everybody but Emmy and Nora please make a saving throw? This is going to be a Constitution saving throw.
Julie, where are you?
I think I'm like in the middle
you're
of the
that way.
stairs
You're right
there.
at the edge of the effect.
Like where I am, but on the
Mhm,
stairs,
but- yeah.
basically.
Because I couldn't get you to balance.
Yeah.
That's fair. 14.
That is a failure.
16.
That
Have to
is a
get my
meets
bell
it,
wrong.
beats it.
Ooh, that was with the guidance and the inspiration. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
I failed.
that is a
I think
22.
I'm a
So-
No, 21, excuse me.
Ralph and Tonki, the two of you succeed. So this half succeeds, this half fails.
Wait,
I
you just
succeeded.
said I failed.
Sorry, two people succeeded, you failed.
This half succeeds. This half fails.
Gotcha. Thule and Tonki, the two of you fail as they use Bell Slam. There is a thunderous explosion of noise.
My perfect day.
Ooh, as this happens,
Oh, so cacophonous.
that is going to be 24 points of thunder
one
damage. And you are deafened as you are
I'm
down.
deadened.
Thule, who floats up in this corner, kind of begins to move down, and then the currents just slam Thule in. For you, kind of in this creature, as you are slammed into this, the bulk of this creature's claw for you, Grimgob, seems to protect you from the ringing, almost thunderous cacophony that comes off this as the bell continues to just ripple. The water bubbles all around you. The sound just passes through you. You can feel your teeth rattling in their sockets, but you are safe from the damage. Same thing for you, Tonki. Maybe so close to this creature, holding onto it, you ground yourself on its claws.
Nope.
I failed.
Who was the other person that succeeded? Ralph. Ralph, your armor protects you. But this thunderous damage
She's
just
just used to
radiates.
bells ringing.
Am I
I'm
still
already
grappling
partially
it?
dead.
You are still grappling it. You are deafened. to it.
Thousands
Yeah.
of micro vibrations throughout my
Wait, sorry,
entire
what?
soul.
You are deafened.
No,
Yeah,
I
I got you. I
got
got you. That is that creature's full action. That is all that it can do. You are still grappled, Grimgob. That brings us to Nora.
No joke.
My sister can't hear anything over the sounds of justice.
And you're, even for you, the ringing in your ears is immense.
All right. Damn.
I'm concussed.
And for you, Ralph, it is really just you do toll the dead, and this creature just tolls you way louder.
Dang.
Well, this seems like a good time to use a third level spell slot. As I cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
Shiny brand new.
Oh, that's fun. 5, 9, 9, 9 plus 13.
22.
That much force damage.
22 points of force damage is a good amount of force damage.
Goodbye.
These tiny force missiles just
Third level
streak
spells.
through the water, leaving these trails of bubbles in their wake. And each one that hits causes an explosion of shards of metal and stone. And finally, at the end of that explosion of little bits, you actually see tiny fragments of chitin and shell begin to float off and into the water. You have broken in places through this iron sort of defense, and you are starting to wear on this creature. Anything else, Nora?
If I were a Cheshire adherent, they would all be the little Nyan cats. That is all. Thank you. I just needed to get that out there.
That is a fantastic magic missile. That brings us to you, Thule. Death saving throw, please.
Church of Cheshire appreciates your
That's
I know when to make offerings.
One failure. For all of you, anybody who can see Thule now floating lifeless in the water, there is just this thin seam of blood that is just trailing out from both of their ears, from their nose. They are not breathing, even using this water breathing ability. That is your turn, Thule. That brings us to Grimgob. Grimgob, you are grappled.
Okay.
Your ears ring. That you are not deafened. This is a horrible place to be.
Okay. I'm grappled.
Sometimes I don't get a 1.
I'm right behind you, dude.
Alright, I think I'll
That's what I'm saying.
I'll try to break free. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'll try.
There you go.
Believe in yourself.
This
Proposal, since I am grappling the crab, does that mean I am helping him?
No.
It always works.
Thank you for trying.
Listen, you never know.
Alright. 12.
A 12 is not enough. You
Okay.
struggle in the water, but this creature, almost having forgotten about you, you feel the claw tense again, holding you tight.
Okay. That didn't work, so I'm gonna try to hide again.
Make a
Bonus
bonus action
action hide.
For just a
That's all I
moment,
got.
I mean, you see the ragged remains of Grimgob just getting dragged through the water.
Well, you know,
8.
better than
And you still see it now because so much blood just flooding free from Grimgob. It is like through the light of the kind of divine weapon floating behind this creature, it almost looks like Grimgob is a road flare. Just the blood shining red light through. Anything else, Grimgob?
No. That'll be it.
That brings us to Tonki. Tonki, as you grapple with this creature in its other hand, you now see suddenly Grimgob is just almost being crushed in half.
Okay, at the start of my turn, he takes 1 whole damage because he's being grappled by me.
There you go. 1 rounded down is still 1.
Yeah. Let me see. I want to try to get him away from the door so that Val can come in properly. I would like to try to shove it, but the spiritual weapon is behind.
The spiritual weapon has like a floating move speed, so
it'll just get bonked out of the way.
it's,
Nice.
it's not like
it.
I'm
intangible items.
going to attempt to shove this guy, which I think I can do even though he's huge and I'm large.
Mechanically, that would make sense. You've always been able to do that.
Okay, we ball. I'm gonna try to shove it,
Okay.
which is also an athletics check
Yes,
or
it
contest. 18.
26.
Okay.
You tried to shove this creature and it goes nowhere.
Okay. I'm gonna not re-engage the grapple. Instead, just gonna javelin him
Okay.
in
make your
his
attack
claw that's holding Grimmy.
roll. So one thing you can do in D&D is you can call a shot like that with the intent to free Grimmy.
Okay.
That makes the AC higher, which will be challenging. But should you hit, that will cause Grimgob to be released.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Do you believe in yourself?
Ooh.
No, I do not.
Do you want to believe in yourself,
I
or do
would
you
like
want to
to.
believe in fate?
I would very much like to believe in myself. Is
Then-
that all right with you?
Then go for it.
It's a 20.
Oh, you want to believe in fate.
Is it a natural 20?
It is a natural 20, yes.
Roll a d6 for me.
Hooray!
2. Don't say
As
hooray
this
yet.
strikes the bronze shell, this critical hit becomes a normal hit, but it is still a hit. And you see part of the shell just explode off. Their AC does drop by 1. And you imagine whoever takes the next attack against this creature does have advantage.
Did it work to free Grimmy?
It did work to free Grimmy. It is still a hit. And you can still deal damage. It is just a normal hit.
Rock on. Okay. That was cool.
I was so excited to use that feature, but I didn't think it would come up through important, and that's fantastic.
Damn.
This is the
Roll
second
damage?
time that a really high roll has just been
Right,
almost
roll
completely negated and in use.
It still freed Grimgob, and I will tell you for free, the AC to free Grimgob was 24.
There we go. So there is that.
Yes.
There's that. You're free.
Hooray.
Okay, so for
I did not like
damage,
being
that
rough.
is 13 points of piercing damage.
Very nice.
Skewered crab.
And though it doesn't do a tremendous amount to this creature, what it does do is it causes Grimgob to be freed.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Can I skirt around it at all? No, there's really no spaces there.
It's kind of pressed you into this hallway.
Yeah.
You could maybe try to swim up and around it, but it will almost certainly provoke an attack of opportunity if you go further than just the adjoining space.
Yeah. Can I swim up and around just so that I land here?
Yes, you can. You swim up, almost bonking your head on the ceiling, but you leap and kind of land now in the silty space. On the other side, you can see Grimgob getting like slammed into the ground. Anything else, Tonky?
Nope, that'll be it.
That brings us to Ralph.
All right. So,
You are blessed. You stand on one side of this creature, this divine weapon on the other. You see Grimgob just trailing blood through the water. What do you want to do?
How far is Tuli from me?
Tuli, at this moment, I think is only like 10 feet away as the crow flies.
I believe Spare the Dying is touch. It is touch.
Yeah, and Emmy's right there.
Emmy's right there. Amazing. Okay, so Ralph will remain planted and continue to attack the crab.
Okay.
She will first bonus action hit the crab with the spiritual weapon. It's question.
Sure.
It's the next creature that attacks. So they'll
Spiritual weapon is not a creature.
yes.
If the spirit weapon attacks first, it would still be advantage for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So because this has a slightly better chance, then terrible on the dice, and
Do you
then
get bliss
yes,
for your spiritual weapon?
it's my attack,
There
so
you go.
it's just through the spiritual weapon. That is something. That is a total of 18.
If a critical hit had not just been scored, that would not have been high enough. But now, with that fragment of shell gone, with that hole exposed, that has a meets it beats it.
Oh,
Thank you,
hell
important lady.
yeah. Okay, so that
Seen
becomes
things. Terrible things.
this one is the D8. That is maximum damage on the die,
Pretty nice.
which is a grand total of, let me just double check, it has no pluses. Plus 4, so it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of force damage.
Very nice. Does a full amount that you would expect. Slamming into this creature with this divine weapon, almost crackling with tears light, it hits the shell, and there is a lightning-shaped crack that just forms up the back of it. This creature now starting to look kind of hurt.
Yeah, alright. That was my bonus action. And for my action, I'm going to hold on to that, I do believe, because it is still early. Oh no, that is also a bonus action. That's also a bonus action. Okay, JK, those are all bonus actions, so instead I will just do a retaliatory toll. This is now a bell battle.
This
Battle
is
of the
now all about
Bells.
escalation. This is a wisdom save?
Yes.
10.
Failure.
Is the Battle of the Bells the metal version, metal cover of Carol of the Bells?
Yeah. Sure is.
And they are hurt.
Yeah. So that's 9 points of necrotic damage.
Very nice. This creature really starting to look hurt now. As that bell rings, the crack spreads. No longer just the shape of lightning, but now kind of spider webbing out across its back. Flakes of bronze and other metal begins to fall away. This creature now looking pretty hurt. But that is your turn, Ralph.
Sure is.
So that brings us to the top of the round to Emmy.
Well, Tuli has gone down right in front of me, so I'm going to make my way to him, gathering light in the palm of her hands, and she will reach down for Cure Wounds.
You gather this light in the palm of your hands, the glow from this divine weapon almost mirrored in the stairwell, and you put your hands on Tuli.
That is 11 points of health back, Tuli.
Ooh.
And Tuli, you are no longer dying.
Am I still deafened?
You are still deafened. You are deafened for the next minute, so I believe you still have 52 seconds left on that deafened.
And then, with a little bit of the residual light, I will throw healing light at Grimgob.
Okay. Very nice.
Grim's just like,
You
reveal my
position.
10 points of health.
Ooh,
So feeling
thank
the
you.
light kind of come into your hands, you press forwards, and there is this mote of light that streaks away from you. It bursts through Tuli's form. Tuli's eyes open with these lights reflected across the pupils, and the light continues to travel through Tuli and just strikes Grimgob, giving you just a little bit more health. Anything else, Emmy?
Nope, that's
That was pretty good.
That brings us to Bronze back. First, seeing if their bell attack recharges. It does not. And so, first, they're going to make a claw attack against Ralph. Ralph kind of standing in this space, hitting with this hammer and dealing a good amount of damage. They take the claw attack against you. Ralph, that is only a 12 to hit.
Yes.
And then, flavored as them taking Grimgob and just hitting you with Grimgob, this is an attack
I'm no longer
against...
grappled.
Oh, you are no longer grappled. That's right. In that case, they're just going to attack you again, Ralph.
Yeah. Go for it.
A little bit better this time. Does an 18 hit?
Beats it.
Okay. So first, as this impacts you, before it even closes, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And then as the claw itself closes with these almost grated pieces of metal, you take an additional 8 points of piercing damage and you become grappled. That is both of their actions, however, and that is all that they can do. And so that brings us to Nora. Nora, you watch as your sister is just seized in this massive claw.
I don't have a 3rd level spell slot anymore, and I had planned on just using Mind Sliver this turn, but now I really don't want to. So we're going to go with Magic Missile 2nd level or Mind Spike. Magic Missile 2nd level or Mind Spike. Let's do a Magic Missile 2nd level.
All right, roll damage.
Six, 10, 14 points of force damage.
Very nice. These attacks directed straight into the hole that you have already created in its shell. Where metal has pulled away, where bronze has left this gaping hole, you can just see ragged crab meat like drawing into the air. There is almost like chum escaping from this. You can see just these kind of fragments of chitin just almost like on streams of this fibrous material. This creature is badly hurt, and you pour those arcane missiles into that space, and you can see little flashes of like on the inside as this creature is badly hurt. Its tiny little mandibles open up. There are bubbles that stream out of its mouth. It is still up, but it is badly hurt.
Everyone knows that the older crabs are tough and gross.
And that is a theory that holds true. That is your turn, Nora.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to Thule. Thule, you are out of death saves. You come back to consciousness with Emmy filling you with the light of flame. What are you doing?
Giant crab can't hear me.
You can't hear you.
I can't hear me. I'm gonna cast Starry Wisp at the crab.
Go ahead, make your spell attack. Still, like, effectively kind of prone, floating in the water. You look up and then just take this ribbon and cast Starry Wisp from that space.
15 to hit?
15, even with this fragment of shell pulled away, is a miss.
And then I guess I will. No, that's it. That's
Okay.
it for me.
You kind of still recovering from coming back to consciousness. Right yourself. That brings us to Grimgob. Grimgob, you are free. You are in the space. You can see in the place that this crab is left, there are just coins and little bits of gems. What are you doing?
I'm gonna bonus action Goblin Disengage.
Okay.
And then swim as far as I can away, which is 15 feet. And then try to hit the crab with a Hellfire Bolt.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. That is a... roll this again. 26 to hit.
That is a hit.
Very nice.
And that'll be 18 fire damage.
18 points of fire damage. Not just 18 points of fire damage, but that ignore resistance. And that just ignites on the inside of their shell. You can see bits of like fire trail through the shell, through the arms and legs, into the mandibles. It is burning through the elements of their body, but they are still alive.
Trying to cook this crab so we could just eat it.
And you
instantly.
can smell this creature even through the water, little bits of steam through the joints. This creature shifting from the natural kind of almost mud shade that it is to a slightly more red. You are like literally cooking it from the inside out, but it is still up. Anything else, Grimgob?
That will be it.
That brings us to Tonki. Tonki, this creature is in bad shape.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna drop my javelin and pull out my pilgrim's chain. Am I gonna do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to hit him.
Make your attack roll.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Roll a d6.
Ooh.
3.
With a 3, that hit becomes a normal hit. It is not a critical, but you do tear a piece of the shell away and their AC drops by 1.
Okay. All right. So regular damage.
Regular damage.
7 points of slashing. And let's have it make a strength save to see if I grapple it. DC 15.
That is going to be a 25.
Damn.
But
Does it?
it is because you grab onto its claw, you try to hold on, and as it tears with its arm, this claw just rips off. You tear it away. This creature is so badly hurt. You can see, you expect blood, but the meat already a shade of red that suggests cooking. It is like badly, badly hurt. Still up.
I forgot to add the giant smite damage.
How much is that?
6.
Tonki.
Oh,
Tell us how it happened.
hell yeah.
I think it's just having ripped the claw off. You know, she bonks it in the head with its own claw.
You rip the claw free as you hold this aloft, this chum almost filling the water. You twist it over your head and just slam it down on top of this creature, directly between its eyes. The eyes just go wide, extending almost to the maximum lengths of their stalks before they droop, and this creature almost folds in on itself. And in this space that now is almost full of crab meat, of debris and silt, you are all out of initiative.
Yay.
Julie's just like, another wondrous creature that we have destroyed.
Defending ourselves.
Yeah, we gotta cook up that meat at least.
It's already mostly there.
Julie's been hardened since the salamanders.
The water is still disturbed in
different.
this space. And though it is disturbed, you can still make out Tonki behind you. You see this ornate, almost rusted over door frame that is kind of crumbling down. Silt spills in from where the ceiling is partially collapsed, but as the silt settles, you can see through that space what looks like the remains of a storage room. And in the battle, the sort of silt has kind of shifted, the debris has shifted. This room is in surprisingly good condition. Because of the way that the debris has kind of fallen from the ceiling overhead, the crab has not been able to make its way in. Silt does not fill the storage chamber. You can see weaponry, you can see chests still kind of fastened to the wall. You can see gleaming shapes, you can see crates. You can see what look like tubes of bronze in the distance. And in the other kind of stone frame, you can see much taller doorway. This at one point would have opened up and probably just released into the jungle or the countryside, now just completely caved in.
I think after the battle, Ralph would look at Thule and Grimgob, both rather severely damaged by this, and cast Mass Healing Word.
You cast Mass Healing Word. Thule, you're not sure why, because you don't hear this happen, but suddenly it is like there is a salve that has been pumped into the water around you, like the water itself settles into your body and soothes your spirit and your body itself.
for maximum healing.
Hell yeah.
So
How many does that?
that is a total of 9 points. No, I did math wrong.
And this is just Thule?
No. It's mass healing word, so it's everyone.
Gotcha.
So that is 8 points of healing, which isn't a ton, but
Hey,
Need from
that's
yellow
pretty
to
good.
green.
Yeah. Same.
That's half of Grimgub's
before when I
Yeah.
got hit by
I can
the
also
giant.
healer's kit,
So-
anyone who still needs.
So what are you all doing now?
You said there was a storage room with
Yeah.
lots
Yeah.
of shiny stuff?
Yeah.
Tonki's heading for the storage room.
You kind of, almost like you're walking on the moon underwater, you have to kind of slow motion, kind of hop through the space and climbing through the difficult terrain of the debris that spills through. You step into what is almost like a treasure room. With the light kind of backing from this divine weapon behind you, you can see chests full of shining coins. You can see platinum bars. You see within these chests there are some elements of jewelry. There are crates on the ground marked with the symbols of potions. All kinds of stuff here. Make an investigation check, Tonki.
Oh no.
Seeing like Tonki just kind of like stand and try to take it all in, Nora will like swim over to assist.
Okay.
Good, because I got a 2.
Make it at advantage.
Not caramel.
Natural 1 for a total of -1.
For the moment, Nora, you haven't been able to enter the room yet.
Hard.
Tonki just stands there in full big bonky mode, kind of occupying the door frame. We'll get back to you in a moment, but for the moment, Tonki stands there and is like, huh.
There's like multiple messages that just can't get through. Too big.
For you, Tonki, it's really just there's so much here. It's like overwhelming, and your brain just kind of turns off. You just appreciate this room.
Plus, I'm still deafened.
Yeah.
I want to go and finish the offering that I intended to make earlier before I got crabbed.
Okay.
And then after... Sorry, what were you going to say to them?
I was just going to say, there was a life that you had before crabs and after. And in the times after,
Things
you
weren't the
swim
same
back
after
over
the
to
Crab
the
Nation
surface.
attacked.
And you want to finish making your offering?
Yeah, 2-tier with the toadskin cloak and a coin.
Okay.
And tell her tell her that we saved toads from being tortured.
We also
And in
just killed
captivity.
this crab.
You put
And then I
this-
grabbed a piece from the crab. Also, we killed this crab.
Stealing from your temple.
You just a little piece out and you place it in this offering space. The cloak, this piece of meat, they kind of float away a
No, I
little
put
bit.
rocks on them. To,
Gotcha,
like,
you weigh them down
I
a
weigh
little
them
bit.
down with rocks.
No problem. You do that. Easy enough for you. Roll a survival check.
Okay. Let's see. Survival.
Very cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll that survival. check.
14.
With a 14, this is probably fine. You put these down with these stones, you weigh them down. This is a good place to keep a safe offering underwater. What are the rest of you doing? Nora, make an investigation check. Finally, Bobby kind of steps aside, all of a sudden aware of the fact that there is a person behind you. You can't hear them, but as Nora kind of floats up in the water, shifts past you, you turn and you can stand aside.
Nora utilizes the message cantrip to be like, "What's in there?" And then
Tonki just steps aside and let me know when I'm not deaf, because she's gonna be like, in there is maybe lots of treasure.
You can just barely begin to hear your words over the ringing in your ears. You probably 30 more seconds, and your hearing returns. Same thing for you, Tuli.
that's a 14 for Nora.
With a 14, you enter this space, and the thing that really calls to you, there are two things. First, in front of you, there are 2 bronze tubes. They are almost certainly watertight, very well intact. They seem sized for scrolls. You also see, which dominates this room, placed at the northern wall, the only thing that occupies it, on a steel holder that still defies rust and time, there is a warhammer. and it glows. There's not a spot of rust upon this. You can see it seems to almost shine with this interior light. It seems magical.
Nora once more uses the message cantrip to ping Ralph and says, I don't think it's plundering a temple if you are an adherent of Tyr and you take it. So, if you want to come over here, I think Tyr has a gift for you.
I think
Also stuff to put in the bag of holding.
Hell yeah. I think Ralph would go over to Grimgob and kind of clamp him on the shoulder, recognizing the gesture of trying to put an offering. And Ralph herself will go see what Nora has found, feeling that hoping that her current actions with the toad and now the crab and liberating Tyr's temple, that it has balanced out the 2 acts of cowardice from earlier.
Perhaps.
So,
And Nora says, we can identify it when we get to the top. I just don't want to do it down here.
oh yeah, Ralph just kind of, but she'll grab the
Ralph, make a religion check.
hell yeah, religion. Man, that's skill. Dang.
Her rolls today are dog
My
shit.
roll is terrible today. Me. That is a total of 12.
You think about this and you hope that these actions have outweighed these 2 acts of cowardice. And hoping, as we say, is a free action.
Yep, sure is.
One of the things about justice, one of the things that is an interesting thing about balancing scales is when you do that, if there is nobody to witness this act, who can say whether justice was delivered or not? And you're not sure whether or not you can balance the scales this deep beneath the water, so far away from the things that grow and crawl and creep.
Because it's just us.
But you can wonder for free.
Okay. Ralph will reverently pick up the warhammer,
Okay.
and for now, just keeping in mind how tight of a timetable we're on.
Nora would point out the things that she wants Ralph to put into the bag of holding, because in her superstitious mind, her touching it is stealing. Her touching it.
Ralph, make an investigation check at advantage, benefiting from both Tonki initially kind of opening the space and now your sister assisting you in the search.
Hell yeah. Much better. 18.
So you take this warhammer. This is a weapon of Tyr. This is a weapon that you feel almost called to. Maybe not called to, but this seems like the kind of thing that belongs in the hands of a cleric. Beyond that, it feels magical, and you imagine by spending some time studying it or perhaps attuning to it, you could learn a little bit more. But it is a warhammer. You also note, as Nora directs you around the space, there is 2 large chests, and opening one of them would reveal hundreds of pieces of silver and copper and gold that will probably equal about 600 gold pieces.
Whoa!
And the second chest, already partially ajar, carries platinum tithe bars, which are you can see shaped like scales. These are what a very wealthy patron to this kind of a religious order might leave as an offering. And there are 6 of these. They're probably worth about 15 gold each.
Nora kind of shrugs and is I message cantrips I don't know if we should take these, but it's up to you.
Rob will kind of look at them and aloud, because she remembers that message is unidirectional, because you can reply to this message to not come at the end of it. Be I think funding our campaign might be a slightly better use than having these sit at the bottom of the sea or pond. Lake?
River?
Where are we?
Technically, it is a lake.
Oh, I can reply this message. All right, great, cool. So, I'll
So
say
you
it.
take them?
Yeah, I would take.
As you lift these bars away, beneath them there is a very small pair of earrings, but they are composed of many dangling sapphires. These sapphire earrings probably worth about 150 gold pieces. These are the kinds of things that would be worn by nobles. These are beautiful.
Oh my god.
Faceted sapphires. And then as you are directed around, there are crates that are meant to house potions. You can see almost like a wine box designed to fill a number of different glass bottles. And there are still potions intact. You can see that there is 2 potions filled with a very familiar shimmering red liquid, though these faceted potions are potions of greater healing.
Ooh.
2 of them. There's also 2 potions of water breathing that look very similar to the ones that all of you have just had. And then there's a single potion that is unfamiliar to you. You haven't seen one like this before. It looks like it's almost filled with sand, but as you distribute it, it is a gas that kind of floats in the space.
Okay, cool.
You took these 2 bronze tubes, correct, Nora? Yep. And then the only other things that you would see in here, with that check, there are, though heavily waterlogged, blocks of incense that are placed on like an old censer that could be lit, and you can see signs of like a fire burning at different points, but they're almost like mud in this space. If you want, you can make a sleight of hand check to try to like very cautiously bring this to you, but it will likely fall into just kind of mud and debris if you fail.
Where I was gonna look at it and just kind of look at Nora and be like,
it's like a big block, like probably about this big of incense.
oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what? She'll try and just be like, this is gonna be so gross. This is gonna be so texturally terrible.
It's just gonna be a cloud.
Oh, you know what? That was a good number on the die, but I have a negative or 14.
With the 14, you touch this with the very fingertips of your gauntlets. You pick this up, and it moves away with no problem. And then as you pull it towards you, the incense just falls apart.
Yeah.
And reveals that within this conglomeration of incense is a beautiful diamond. The kind of diamond that would probably be worth about 100 gold pieces.
Oh, dang. Sick. We're gonna smell so weird.
Like crab meated incense, yes.
I
knew a store.
Don't worry, I
that
think we're
smelled like that
bathing
when I grew
on the
up
way
called
out.
Mint
Yeah, it's a
Sixpence.
crab boil at a Buddhist temple. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll take what she can and then just be like, it's doing no one any good down here. And if there's nothing else, on the way out, she'll do a silent prayer to Tyr, thanking him for protecting this place for as long as he did.
Okay. You kind of bend your head as you hold this hammer in this moment.
Just real quick, how much in coinage was that again?
600 gold pieces worth of various coins.
Thank you.
So while we're looking at that room, can I investigate this room?
Yeah.
Because presumably I see some crates here with stuff in it, and also there's probably a lot of stuff on the back of the crab.
Make an investigation check.
And I want to use mold earth while I do it, just to kind of like brush silt away on earth stuff.
Okay.
Like an archaeologist.
Yeah, for sure.
A wizard archaeologist.
For
Does
sure.
that give me any
Wizard
bonuses?
archaeologist.
Do you learn
No.
Damn!
you learn underwater archaeology at the Sapphire Spire. Is that an elective?
That's an underwater dirty 20.
Very nice. There is little like
elective you passed.
there is scraps of like bronze and steel that have rusted away partially or become corroded that they wouldn't really be worth anything. If you were like a master smith and you had like a year to work with this material, maybe you could farm it back into something usable. And there are people, actually, you would know that there is sort of a cottage industry to the far to the north within the Anacrean Alliance where they take artifacts from the fallen dwarven coal and kind of form weapons and armor from them. There's a whole industry based off that.
But we're far from that.
But you're pretty far from there. Amongst the various bits and bobs, you do find small pieces of jewelry and a couple pieces of gold that do amass to about 150 pieces of gold additionally.
Ooh.
But that is all that you really find here. Most of the fragments of metal, not really usable. They have just kind of been built into a shell.
Any chance I found the bronze scales that were ripped off the statues?
Yeah, I mean,
Are those in
probably not.
broken shape still?
With that check, probably not.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Anything else people are doing in this room? Okay. You make your way out of this space. You float back up, making your way through the living quarters, now kind of settled.
Remind me, this door was not accessible?
It was completely kind of caved in with silt and stone.
Gotcha.
And you can see that there are windows in this room, but they too have like silt kind of trailing into them. And so you had seen piles of rock and sand conglomerated around this space. The third floor, the first one that you guys entered beneath the bell, was the only place where halfway up the windows you could kind of see outside.
Gotcha.
But you make your way up through the living quarters where the silt is settled, and the various bits of the skeletons kind of have formed little piles in the corners of the space. Here and there, tiny little fish have begun to kind of appear. Where they have come from, almost impossible to tell, but almost these ghost-like shapes with these fins that move almost like a curtain in the breeze along their back and in their belly, shaped almost like knives. They kind of peck at the little bits of the skeletons, but more at the kind of bits of crab now floating up the stairwell through the space. The water cloudy even here, though much more subtle. You continue to go up, and once you reach the meeting room where the wall reliefs and the long table extend, now there is just silt. There's no longer the smell or taste of crab in the water. And eventually you make your way out of the bell chamber. As you emerge, it is worth noting, enough time has passed that silence has gone down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes?
I think before we were gonna, I would have suggested that we go out the window instead of the way we came.
Sure.
Hey guys, that thing's probably still up there. Should we go out the window and swim to the surface rather than the door?
I think so.
Methinks are a good idea.
It's a fantastic idea.
What you need me to do?
Can you get through the window?
Flexes.
You're small again? Or normal sized?
Normal sized, yeah. So I do a
Normal
normal
sized?
style punch.
You have to kind of wriggle through. With punching, easy. You can punch out part of the window and very easily swim out. As you swim out, though, your belly kind of touches the window, and then just below you, there is like this mountain of debris that kind of goes down and down and down to where there's little bits of seagrass. Here, almost like algae that grows out. Technically, a species called sacker wasp, but I don't think anybody knows what that is. Niche aquarium hobby. It takes so long to grow.
I would love to learn after this.
Yeah, but you're seeing kind of a peaceful lake bed, though very dark, this deep. And you can make your way out that way, no problem. Are you swimming straight up to the surface? You can see like the little bits of rain kind of falling on the surface of this place kind of create little ripple patterns above you.
I think Nora would round robin message cantrip suggest that we swim at an angle to like avoid the thing.
Well,
Yeah.
If you all want to swim further to the northeast, you can make it to the far bank of this space to where you eventually know that you need to make it to the muddy estate.
where we set our elk
Yeah.
to the other
We
side.
had told them to come pick us up, but I'm sure that
If we go over to them
Yeah.
this early, then they'll
Yeah,
be
right.
waiting.
They're also waiting on the far bank. They
Yeah,
they
they're
didn't
not
understand the
super
pick-me-up
far.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
nice.
So we'll swim to the far bank.
Yeah.
Swim to the far bank.
We shall go to meet the bog striders.
You make your way over to this place, and this is where you came from, Emmy. You had kind of come from this space. You had seen the party having diverted to the north when they had gone south through this mud tide. And so you had seen them kind of making their way to this space from here. You didn't call out to them because you saw this massive creature just lurking in the bell tower. And interestingly enough, you no longer see that creature.
Damn.
As you kind of emerge up from the top, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, through the clouds, you can see the sun. That creature is no longer visible. Yes.
Look around.
Perception check.
Natural 20.
With a natural 20, it is gone, but not far. overhead amongst the clouds in the rain, above the canopy of sort of cloud cover, you see a dark shape just pass.
Nora
And-
would point it out as it goes along. It's like, it's still here.
You pointed out if it is in the clouds, it likely cannot see you, though aerial predators do tend to have better vision. You probably want to be careful.
Might want to stick under cover if we can. I don't know how to tell the bog striders that.
Have we reached the shore?
Still swimming? Anybody doing anything before you reach shore?
Yeah, I look down at the ground and seabed and see if I see anything shiny as we swim.
Make a
And I'm
perception
swimming
check.
lower than everyone else because
Sure.
I don't always have water breathing toggled on. So, would you say make
Make a
a light-
perception check.
No, I think that's a let's see, a sad one.
You see some mica.
Perception check.
There's a cool rock TM.
6.
With a 6,
No TM with this.
as you kind of float lower than the rest in this kind of space, you swear you keep seeing little glints along the ground, and you kind of swim, parting the grass, just stones, nothing even reflective, and it takes you maybe like you kind of start falling behind a little bit, and as you swim to catch up, you see that glint again, and all at once you realize there's been a couple little minnows down here that you've been kind of chasing through the grasses. No actual gold or gems; these are just
Just
fish.
shiny scales.
Shiny scales. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
nothing really defined here. You kind of swim back up a little faster to catch up with your group. And if you want, you can all make your way to the far side where you emerge from the water amongst your bog striders who do not seem startled. They do seem very still. Their heads all kind of craned. You can see almost observing up and above them. They seem to be aware of this creature as well.
I mean, once we reach the shore, Ralph will still keep her voice low and look around and be like, all right, I think we just get on and go. We should get out of here. Does anybody have any way to make it better?
Only one at a time.
Are you all trying to sneak on your bog striders?
Just yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
I
I
guess.
guess they're
Try
under
our
the
best.
cover trees if we got them.
I guess.
Here within the Alberon Basin on terrain that is considered bog, please make your stealth checks just flat.
Is it still disadvantage for us with disadvantage?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh!
Oh, as well. I got 14.
Not bad.
15.
11,
Okay.
but not a...
6.
18.
Dirty 20.
Very nice.
Pretty
I
good
mean,
for a group check.
overall, really not too bad. Give me just 1 second to do some quick math here.
As long as that thing didn't roll a natural 20 to find prey.
So you all begin to kind of creep through the vegetation on your bog striders on top of these tall creatures, elk-like, with this moss that hangs off them like curtains. You kind of hug these creatures, staying low within them as much as you can, and you begin to pick your way along the riverbank here, moving a little bit more, I assume, into the vegetation to keep yourselves hidden. You move through these kind of broad patches of jungle vines. You can see jungle trees beginning to grow up and around you. Here and there, it does dip a little bit lower, and water kind of fills the spaces where it does. But as you move a little bit away from the river, the ground becomes a little bit more solid and a little bit more easy to traverse through. Can everybody please, for me, make a nature check?
Heck.
Oh,
17.
I also
Nice.
rolled a 6.
I'm afraid of big bird.
With a minus 2, I got a 17.
Damn.
Also 17.
Okay.
I minored in whatever the hell this is, so 21.
Twins. The two of you, this plant life, something far outside of your experience.
Wild.
But for the rest of you, perhaps it's because this does grow in patches, a little bit different looking, but around Mistridge, this particular poison ivy that you are all now walking through, Thornvale poison ivy, it is a little bit worse. most of you, as you kind of see this begin to crop up, almost instinctively kind of avoid this. But twins,
Brush.
the two of you kind of brush through this.
Okay.
Can you please make Constitution saving throws?
Okay.
10.
Very nice.
Do we recognize this before they walk?
You're recognizing it as it's happening.
Yeah.
Like that was the check.
You're like, what's that they're brushing? Oh no.
That's a 9. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a 9. Roll saving.
As you see them walk into this Thornvale poison ivy,
No, wait.
that no wait is accompanied by 3 points of poison damage. And as that poison coats you, it is like oil. And as it touches you, it is almost like touching paint thinner. It just immediately disappears into any crevice or crack or pore. And it's itchy. Ralph and Nora, it is immensely itchy. Both of the twins begin to itch and scratch. And we're going to remake these stealth checks, but the two of you will make them at disadvantage. Stealth checks will now be at disadvantage until you are able to get rid of this. So scratchy is this that even invisibility, once cast, will immediately wear off as you continue to scratch. At the start of each of your combat turns, as long as you have this poison ivy on you, you will need to make a Constitution saving throw, or you will spend part of your turn scratching, reducing your speed by 10.
Feeling the like slippery oil. Nora's just like, maybe prestidigitation or.
The two of you that rolled above a 20 will know that prestidigitation won't work. The only thing that will work, outside of something like Lesser Restoration, which will cure this instantly, is actually submerging this in clean water. It has to be clean water for
Like
10 minutes.
the
It needs
water
to
at
be
the
soaked out.
Oh,
The water at
Oh,
the
if you
clear
just-
spring.
dunk it in clean water. I think we have 50 pounds of it in the bag. 50 gallons of it in the bag.
You know we don't.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
that was mean.
That
Is this poison?
was kind of funny.
It is poison.
I
Come on, it's
have
kind of funny.
2 spell slots left for this.
You'll laugh once you stop itching.
I will cast protection from poison once on myself and once on Nora. You touch a creature. If it is poison, you neutralize the poison. If more than one poison afflicts a target, you neutralize one poison that you know is present, or you do one at random.
Very nice. So
And
you're
then-
doing that for you and for Nora?
Yep, and for the next hour, we advantage on saving throws against being poisoned.
Using
and
2
resistance.
big spells. You cast protection from poison, noticing this itch, you cast this almost reflectively on yourself. And then turning, you can see Nora's skin almost instantly begins to kind of become a little bit puffy and begin to become scratchy, and you
Definitely
cast it on
allergic.
Nora as well. And each of you break this Thornvale poison ivy rash before it even really starts. And it's a good thing because it sucks once it really sinks in. It gets into your bloodstream. Yeah.
What's that nature check? Is there any, I don't know, alchemical use to this if I were to able to safely harvest it?
Alchemical is a strong word,
I don't know.
but
Weaponize it.
you
Yeah.
could certainly weaponize it. I mean, there is a plant. I'm
Just
blanking
burn
on
a
the
bunch
name,
of
but
it,
there is a
man.
plant that if you get the sap on, it like burns your
What?
skin. It actually causes like actual burns, chemical burns. You might be able to weaponize it to a lesser extent like that. It could be immensely itchy. It might have uses. A nature check successfully could harvest it. I would say survival too.
You shouldn't use laser cutters on certain types of wood because they are relatives of poison ivy, and by causing it to smoke,
Oh.
you would
Yeah.
vaporize all of that oil and
breathe it in and then
People die.
not have a
It strikes you,
good time.
Grimgub, casting a fire spell in this area. Probably not the best use of your time.
but as a trap from a distance.
Oh, it's pretty good, yeah.
That's Billy talking. Sorry, not Nora.
Alright. I won't do anything
Okay.
this time.
You make your way through with most of your party like, hey, don't do that. Twins, you divert yourself a little bit further away, kind of going back towards the river. You were getting into the jungle. Things got a little worse. You go back towards the river, allowing the water to guide you, knowing that eventually you should see, even from here, sort of signs of this estate. And you can see actually in the distance the mountain that is on the map, kind of backlighting the space. begin to appear. You can see through the jungle trees, through the mist of the ever-present rain of the Alberon Basin, that mountain begin to sort of appear. Who's leading the way?
Not it.
You don't want me leading the way.
Emmy
I guess
would
I-
if no one else
Yeah, I
would.
guess
Okay.
I'll go.
So Emmy and Thule, the two of you are kind of leading the way. You are walking across dense vegetation
On our bog riders.
on your bog striders, on rust-colored mud. You can see that there are these kind of bits of floating vegetation off the side of the path that they all sort of travel. The bog striders carry you pretty evenly across this space. And I would say Thule and Emmy make perception checks. 12.
21?
Emmy, ahead of you, you can see a place where the reeds and the floating vegetation don't quite move like water. They look like they're on firm ground, but there is something wrong with them. Not with them, but with the ground. The reeds, they grow in this oddly circular pattern. There's no visible animal tracks in the middle. And you see bubbles rise out from what almost certainly looks like solid ground, but is not. Ahead of you is a stretch of quicksand. And even the bog striders would likely struggle to stay atop this.
Do I see a way around it?
With that check, you certainly do. It is a tricky path, but especially with these sure-footed creatures and knowing where this is, you can keep the rest of your party free and clear of this space.
There's quicksand ahead. Follow me exactly as I move.
Got it, Emmy.
All of you now, with Emmy back, are extremely happy. Some of you brought back from the brink of death just a couple minutes ago, but now as Emmy alerts you to this quicksand, really keeping you from a place that could be quite difficult. You can see places where it looks like just little twigs stick out from the sand, but you can see at the very base they begin to broaden into branches, and you recognize whole fallen trees have disappeared beneath the space. This could swallow somebody whole and never leave a sign of them. But Emmy leads you through.
It's good to have our guiding light back.
An hour passes of travel along the river and the mountain becomes real. You can see it almost materializes out of the mist. And up above this space, you can see the jungle trees kind of fall away, becoming more and more sparse until you can see the sort of palm trees that grow above the jungle cluster. With your previous perception checks, Emmy, especially, you can note the trees that stand atop that mountain, kind of an overlook to everything that is below. They are a little bit different than the other ones. They're palm trees, unlike the kind of jungly trees, the mangroves. They do have little coconuts that hang from them. This also serves as kind of a natural overlook. And on the map, you can see a palm tree that is directly in front of the muddy estate. That is where you all now stand, just at the base of that hill.
How far is a coconut from us?
The coconuts?
Yeah.
They're maybe like 100 feet up this hill.
Okay.
Grimgob asking the real questions.
Mm.
I'm kind of hungry. Count on those coconuts.
Grimgob, make a nature check as you look at these coconuts.
Wait, hold on.
What time of day is it?
At the moment, after that hour,
The afternoon
Is
or
it
evening?
4?
it is about 4:30 p.m.
17 nature check.
With that nature check, Grimgob, these coconuts are actually goblins call these rain coconuts here on the Alberon Basin because they're not clear, they're not filled with like your traditional coconut milk. It is a very sweet, crystal clear sort of water that maintains its integrity for months. And it does have some nutritional value, and so it doesn't replace food, but for long expeditions, it's a really good thing to keep around, serving as both hydration and food. It doesn't seem to spoil for multiple months at a time. It grows slowly, and so they're kind of left alone for long periods and then harvested before larger events. And that tells you that if the crackle slashes are using them, there hasn't been a large event in the last couple of weeks. Perhaps saving these for something else. And as you kind of regard these, you note that against the clouds, just barely, you can see there are little trails of smoke in the distance, kind of rising up from something. Or maybe multiple somethings.
Which direction do we see?
This is a little bit to the east, to where the muddy estate might be.
I think they're called limbus nuts in
Grim, do you know how closely the Crackle Slashes stay to the estate? Do you know much about them?
Do I know anything about that?
Make a history check.
Do I get my thing?
You do.
Nice. Woo! That will be pretty good. 24 history with my thing.
Further work. During the Sisters' War, the Crackle Slashes were given one of the most prime pieces of real estate in all of the Oberdon Basin, the Muddy Estate. And as such, the Crackle Slashes have moved most of their kind of ancestral home to the Muddy Estate. The roofs that protrude from the ground have had rope bridges built in, and so it isn't just like a base or a place that they go to or patrol. Their whole sort of village has kind of been built into this space. So likely there's many of them in the sort of vicinity.
I relay that.
And as you see those multiple kind of stacks of smoke rising in the distance, that's probably what you are seeing. Cooking fires, fires to keep warm, things of that nature rising in the very near distance, just really on the other side of this hill.
So they're probably right behind that hill.
Do we have a plan for addressing them, considering what we're here to do?
Hi, hello, can we enter?
I would assume it's probably heavily protected. We might need something stronger of a story. Or something more convincing, at least.
We know that the Dirge Moon is underneath, right? Is there any sign as we're getting closer of more like a powerful presence of the negative
get
energy
Arcana
that
check.
we've been experiencing from it? Dirty 20.
For you, Thule, you are somebody who, everywhere that you wander and travel, you hear and see music and art almost everywhere. And as you close your eyes in this space and you hear the sound of the rain drumming off the jungle canopy around you, it is more than just the sound of the songs of nature. The rain falls down, it is discordant harmony, but underneath that, underneath the ground, almost vibrating through the mud, it is like you can feel another song. It is like there is music deep beneath this space.
Just sensing, so we're heading in the right direction from this music being underground.
Seems like it. If you're trying to get to the music.
Are you sharing any of that with us?
Yeah. There's two songs playing. One is deep below.
That's probably it. How are we gonna get there though? Because I don't think the Crackle Slash are gonna take very kindly to us coming and taking it.
Likely not.
Are there any potential caves on the map anywhere? Could we go out of the way?
Not on the map, not really kind of designed to that level of detail, but climbing up onto the top of the hill, you could make a perception check and try to see what you could spot from there.
I stand out like a sore thumb. Is anybody less clanky want to take a look over the hill?
The brightly flowy garbed wizard just kind of looks at you. He's like, no.
And the person
go
whose
over.
nickname is Clonky also
Make a
says,
soul check.
No.
I'm wearing red.
Julie says, I'll go over, and just kind of begins to just
Good, because I wasn't really
Careful,
planning
because
on
I'm
stealth
pretty
check.
sure they're just right over the hill.
Oh,
eat.
damn.
It's just it's like Julie crouches like a quarter of an inch and then kind of walks forward.
The sky crouching.
You kind of make your way over to the top of this hill.
Oh, damn it, you already rolled.
Yeah, I did, but it's a natural one.
Perfect. I would have given you a better roll.
Julie, you look out, and as you kind of crest this kind of climbing to the top, amongst the coconuts of this space and this kind of clearing, you look down across this little settlement built into the visible roofs of what is a sunken estate, just covered in mud and debris. You can see rope bridges spotted with little wooden rain collectors have been erected between these platforms. And with that natural one, you're seeing in this watchtower that has been built into the lone remaining chimney rising out of this roof, a goblin, as the spyglass that they are using just turns away from you, and their back now faces you, just looking straight in the wrong direction. You can see signal horns made from giant swamp snail shells on the north and south facing areas of this kind of, it's like a 10-foot platform, very small. There's also a little weather vane that is in the shape of like a strange kind of twisty shape that is just spinning in the air there. You see scratch marks across the roof. You see beyond that, in what was maybe a carriage house built off the actual estate, the crackstone walls have been sort of bolstered with bits of reeds and giant palm leaves. You can see banners on the inside. Smoke kind of wafts gently from this roof. You can see a massive fire that has been built directly in front of the estate, still kind of burning even through the rain, creating a big steaming kind of cloud above it. There are goblins that move around the space. You expect to see like warriors all over the place, but you see like children. You see just kind of village life happening.
Yeah.
A little bit further to the east, you see a muddy clearing with training posts. You see young goblins practicing spear drills at this time of the day, kind of thrusting them into these makeshift little, almost straw dolls of goblin-sized humanoids. You can see a big marble gazebo that is almost entirely eroded away in the rain. You can see raised wooden homes that have been built around these giant swamp trees connected by the rope bridges where goblins make their way to and fro. You can see all of this kind of moving around. But to Ralph's point, interspaced throughout this village, there are huge sinkholes. And with a dirty 20, in some of them, you can see stone furniture, very fine stone furniture that is quite old. You can see what look like caskets and other ones. You can see gleaming metal kind of shining what looks like almost a vault door through another. You are looking not just into the estate, but each of these sinkholes seems to lead to different parts. There are many different ways that you could enter. There is a lot as you look down into the space. And all of that kind of shielded by the rain that falls down. But truly, as you take this all in, because it is 10:10, this is where we are going to end for the evening as you behold below you the muddy estate, and where beneath, somewhere far below the mud, lies the dirge moon. Thank you for joining us for this session of A Tale of 12 Gems. We will be back next week. But please stay safe. It is wild out there. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
I know, right? time.